All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is CampusNation.com, your internet sports authority. We are live from the confines of Walnut Hills High School, and it's this home of, home to the Nut House. But anyway, Walnut Hills in Cincinnati, Ohio, Cincinnati Public School. We have semi-pro football tonight, and it features the Kings Comets there at home to the Dayton Hornets. And the game's going to get underway in just a few minutes. We were going to have a few interviews before the game started, but at this point we may get some people on at halftime. It is extremely hot. Derek Robinson, he is our play-by-play analyst today. Sydney Alexis, she, as usual, is doing all those switches from camera to camera, as well as inserting various commercials and public service announcements. And yours truly, Rick Phillips, here. We're going to be getting underway. The captains are coming to the center of the field. I'm going to turn this over to Derek. And Derek, you can give us a little bit of background flavor, if you will, and we'll get underway with his game.
Good to be with you, Rick and Sydney. Dayton's and the Kings Comets are coming into tonight's game. Both teams have 2 wins. Dayton has 2. They're 2-4. They're coming in off a very close loss to the Cincinnati Chiefs, the undefeated Chiefs here in the BCFL. 3 turnovers by the offense. You want to get to right the ship this week. See if your defense can come out and travel. The good thing about Dayton is they had 3 defensive turnovers last week. So this defense is going to come out here and try to slow down the Kings Comets offense, who was led by quarterback today, Brian Holloway, who came in last week in an 18-12 win over the Cincinnati Dukes. Holloway scored 2 touchdowns late in the second half to score 12 unanswered points to lead his team to the W last week. So it'll be very interesting to see how these 2 teams come out tonight on this very, very hot night. Temperatures down on the field should be well above the 90 degrees. And I'm looking forward to seeing a good game tonight. I know that the Kings Comets have a huge game coming up next week against the undefeated Cincinnati Chiefs. So could this be a sandwich game, Rick?
It's possible, and everybody obviously is taking aim at the top of the pile, the top of the heap. Tonight, the Chiefs are playing who? Do we know? Got the schedule here?
Marion County Crusaders.
That's right. Okay, so
Crusaders.
So the Crusaders?
I believe that's going on. Is that at Northwest High School or Withrow? Somewhere in Cincinnati right now.
Yeah, well, that's right. Well, actually, I think that the game was scheduled here on this very field, or at least on
they were double booked
on the practice field. So they moved that game, but that game is going on right now. We've got the information about the games that are happening tonight, and we'll get into that here. But as far as these 2 teams, right now we've got the Comets coming out with the white and purple smoke as they come out of the locker room.
Wow.
Can you get a little footage of that?
Yeah, we'll get some of that.
That's pretty cool.
That is very nice. Nice scenery for the fans out here. Come out here and get a nice little atmosphere, a little taste of the BCFL.
This is definitely a good event to have your families come to. They got good food going on for cheap prices. It's very family-oriented atmosphere.
And the stands have shade.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it. A lot of fields north to south, a lot of fields you'll find, if they're east to west, you're looking into the sun or you got the sun. But in this case, the sun sets in the west, the sun is behind us, and so the actual press box and the stands are shaded from that sun. And you've got the sunlight on the field, which probably is about 130 degrees, give or take a few degrees. And then you've got, the stands filling with fans, but most of them are in the shade. And obviously you wouldn't want to be anywhere but in the shade with the temperatures the way they are. We're now into summer, by the way.
Yes, the fireworks should be looking forward to some tonight, hopefully. Some next week for sure here in the area. But if you're looking out for some BCF football tonight, you got the Kings Comets and the Dayton Hornets about to get kicking off here real shortly.
I don't know whether they've actually indicated who won the toss, but it looks like the Comets are going to kick off. because the looks like the kicker has got the tee there at the 35-yard line. So I'm assuming that the Comets could have won the toss and deferred, but the Comets will be kicking. They're going to kick as on radio from right to left, and the Hornets will be defending the left goal, and they will be going from left to right, obviously. The Comets in that really nice white and purple trim. The letters are purple. They're easy for Derek and I to read. And I guess you'd say that was sort of a lime green.
I'd say that's a lime green.
A lime green
For
of
the
the Dayton Hornets. And we've seen the Hornets on several occasions, and they have some very sharp uniforms. They've got the lime green jerseys with the black lettering, and they've got their pants are black with a lime green stripe. They've got some really snazzy helmets as well. But both these teams decked out and ready to play some football here on the BCFL.
I'm ready to go. And here comes the Dayton Hornets squad. Receive the kickoff tonight.
Zebras still huddled up in the middle.
So tonight, the Game 6 matches. Columbus Gladiators are on a bye. The Southern Ohio Blaze at 3-2. They're getting a free pass here because the Tri-State Saints no longer. They're 0-6. The Marion County Crusaders 3-2 at the Cincinnati Dukes 1-4. The Butler County Broncos 5-1 are playing the Cincinnati Chiefs 5-0. The Dayton Hornets 2-4 are at the Kings Comets 2-3. They're the game of the week, the game that we're showing you tonight. And for those of you that wonder how these games are chosen for Campus Nation, everything's out of the commissioner's office, so we don't control what games we play. We are assigned the game that becomes the game of the week. This is the game of the week tonight, and it should be a good game.
Yes, it will be a good game. A lot of defense in this game for both teams. There's a definite edge, I believe, for the Kings Comets, with being this, their home field, Dayton having to travel tonight. But there's definitely going to be a lot of defensive effort plays today, and I'm just looking forward to seeing a really good game. I've been fortunate to cover 2 games with you here, Rick, and both games have been very well. Here comes the opening kickoff.
Sort of a grounder.
Kick.
It looks like number 6 picks up the ball, short of the 20. He gets over to the 40 across the 42-yard line, and that's where King Comets will set up shop on their opening drive. So I'm going to start things out here. The Dayton Hornets are going to come out with quarterback Seth Kosak. It's number 14. They're going to get this drive started out at the 42-yard line. Let's get a player set. Just underway here in the first quarter. Kosak's under center. 2 twins to the bottom. Here's a handoff to the right.
Sort of a dive there.
There's a gain of 1 yard. And our tailback tonight takes the handoff for the Dayton Hornets, picks up 1 yard. That defense for the Comets is looking to stop this Dayton offense, who's been struggling to score. Last week they were shut out despite scoring 14 points. They had 2 pick sixes last week against the Dukes. We'll see if the offense can get things going here in the early goings. This will be second down. Looks like there may have been some early movement by number 26 for the Dayton Hornets.
Already a little bit of chippiness there. Eastern Conference standings: Butler County Broncos 5-1, Marion County Crusaders 4-1, Columbus Gladiators 3-3, Dayton Hornets 2-4. And what do we got here? I guess they're just huddling up now. West Conference: Cincinnati Chiefs 5-0, Southern Ohio Blaze 3-2, Kings Comets 2-3, Cincinnati Dukes 1-5, and of course the Saints 0-6.
This will be second down and 14. Ball on the 37-yard line. After a 5-yard penalty that sets them back. Kosak's in the shotgun. Two backs to his side. He looks to throw a pass, and the ball's picked off at the 42-yard line.
There's that defense, those picks that you were talking about there, Derek.
Turnovers are not going to get you too many wins in this league, as that ball is picked off by number 23, Jarrell Mitchell, for the Kings Comets. And the Kings Comets will take over. Here in the early goings, 13:06 left in the first quarter. Just getting started. Second play of the game, we've got an interception. Now we've got a flag down. There's also been some chippiness in the early goings. They're going to set that back about 15 yards on the extra activity there.
That was against Dayton?
That was against the Comets. So they're going to.
Okay, so they moved the ball forward. See, it's a second and. Got to wait for them to actually position the chains.
Yeah, it's a turnover on downs. They're going to penalize them after the interception. They're going to bring them back to their side of the field. Well, almost about the 47.
Yeah, 47, 48-yard line.
Yeah, about so. So the Kings Comets will take over. 1st and 10 on their own side of the 50. Great field position. And there's a run up the middle. Short gain. And the Comets tonight are going to be led by Bryant Holloway. Bryant Holloway scored 2 touchdowns with his legs last week. 71 yards through on his feet to score 2 late touchdowns to give them the win over the Dukes. He wants to kind of keep that momentum going tonight. Looking at a 2nd and 7 from the 45. Ball snap. There's a penalty marker down as he's scrambling, looking for someone. Play has been stopped. It would take a loss if this play were to stand. We'll wait for the call from the referee.
So neutral zone.
Got an offsides, give him 5 yards.
So I believe it's in the 90s out there, correct?
Well, 90s air temperature, but on the field you're probably going to add 10 to 15 degrees at least. They're in the direct sunshine, so it could be even 20 degrees. As you know, these fields have little asphalt pellets in them, and they are black and they absorb the heat.
Yeah, I was able to get down there earlier and take a little.
It was warm, wasn't it, Derek?
Brisk walk down there.
Yeah, it was brisk.
Oh, my goodness.
The soles of our tennis shoes were starting to melt, right?
I mean, even up here in the press box, it's got to be in the 80s.
Have mercy. 2nd and 2 from the 40. And Holloway looks back to pass. He finds a man, and he has a man.
Nice pass.
And he's connected.
Nice catch.
He's connected with his receiver. And they're going to grab a 1st down over the 25-yard line, about 22. And that's a gain of 18. It'll be 1st and 10.
So the Comets are on the move after the pick. So right now, as in last week, their defense is doing the job.
And Holloway is getting comfortable quickly, getting real acclimated to this offense. And it's his first start of the year. This will be 1st down and 10.
Movement. Should be against Kings, I would imagine.
So a few flags here in the early going.
Illegal procedure, false start on the Comets.
And that's going to bring them back 5. $12 minutes to go. And this is the opening drive for the Kings Comets after a turnover by the Dayton quarterback.
Yeah, the Hornets only had 2 plays in their first drive, right?
That was it.
Second one was a pick.
That was it. So as we get going here, 1st and 15.
Be a pass.
From the 27. Passes to the left out in the flats over the head of the receiver. And now we're looking at a second down. One to get inside the red zone here and get some early points. The Dayton defense is looking to do some stopping of the Comets offense, which again is led by Holloway. He's going to come to the offense, come to the line of scrimmage here with got 3 receivers. He's got his running back to the left hip, and he's in the shotgun. Dayton is blitzing from the right, but Holloway escapes to the left.
Nice run.
Picks up another close to a first down, a couple yards shy. But this is going to be inside the red zone. And a nice pickup of about 11 on the run. This ball is going to be marked at 13-yard line.
They need to stop here.
Holloway's in the shotgun once again. Ball snap. He's looking to find that 1 yard for the first down.
It's close. I think he's still short.
And that's going to bring up 4th and short. Decision time for the Kings Comets early on in the game.
I don't think they're going to be kicking any field goal, do you, Derek?
I don't believe so. There's only 1 yard to go. And you've got the early momentum going on your side with the early pick. Come down here and get some points. 6 preferably.
Quarterback under center, you think? We're going to try a sneak?
Sneak it.
I'm going with a pass.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Right now he's in the shotgun. He may sneak up and.
It's an awful lot of room to make up there.
Exactly. We'll see what the Dayton defense
is a super sneak
has up their sleeve. And they are sniffing out.
He's got it.
And he got the 1 yard.
Good move.
Very nice. So that's going to be 1st and goal. No, it won't be 1st and goal. It'll be a couple yards shy of 1st and goal. Now, it looks like the offense is coming off of the field for the Dayton.
So what do we got here?
So Dayton defense
has stopped
them from getting the first down.
They didn't get the.
And we've got a second turnover of the game, this one on downs, as the Dayton Hornets defense.
So once again, you go back to the fact that when you're in the shotgun, you're 5-6 yards behind that ball. If you got a yard to make up, why not sneak it? I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're at least going to be a few yards closer when you turn the ball back over on downs.
As it is, Dayton Hornets come out.
Good
ball on the 13.
Still plenty of time for both teams. So.
Plenty of time. That ball was ran by the Dayton Hornet tailback.
Loss.
He wasn't able to grab too many yards.
Loss of 2. Loss of 3. Almost 2.5 at least.
And these defenses, I'm here to tell you, with the early going and the hot temperature, there might not be too much room for running.
8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter from Walnut Hills High School, Cincinnati, Ohio. BCFL football on campusnation.com.
The Internet Sports Authority.
Right.
And Kosak hands the ball off.
Ooh.
And that defense has nothing going for that offensive tailback. To get back there to the line of scrimmage was a task.
It was great defense.
Absolutely. So that brings up 3rd and 15. You want to keep yourself away from.
We talked about cramping, Derek. You see over there, Dayton has a player down on the side. That is a cramp scenario if I ever saw one, right?
Yeah, we talked about cramps in this hot weather. Anytime you see a guy go down like that, you'll know what it is. 3rd and 15 from their own 8.
Pass.
And he's sacked.
Safety.
Oh, goodness.
He's sacked. And that's going to be a safety.
2 points.
On the play, 2 points for the Kings
for the
Comets.
Kings Comets, and they're going to get the ball.
How interesting. Did not see that coming.
The young man on the sack is Jonathan Dobbins Jr.
I guess neither did they, because
Obviously, yeah.
Dobbins Jr. comes in with 4 sacks tonight, and he has another one for his 5th sack on the year as he gives thanks to the skies, and he gets his team on the board first with a 2-point lead for the Kings Comets.
Definitely thus far, very impressive Comets defense. They've gotten a pick. They've gotten a safety. They are terminators when it comes to the other offense trying to move the ball. In fact, I don't know that Dayton now has overall a positive net gain of yardage. They're probably in the negative.
Yeah, there hasn't been any first downs for Dayton thus far. But that's one thing that I was speaking of coming into tonight's game. That offense has got to pick it up. Their defense will not be able to keep them in every single game. They have to come out and score points and be balanced on offense and defense.
All right, so the Hornets are going to be kicking from the 20-yard line. Going to be great field position for the Kings Comets.
Yeah, on that safety, you don't get the normal kickoff range.
From the 35, yeah. You're penalized not just with the 2 points, but also with the kickoff.
And sometimes you'll see where they have to actually punt, but this will go on the tee today.
Okay, we've got a...
And he may just have him pick it up.
Confusion going on.
I think he's asking him now. Shouldn't I be putting this?
Yep, and that's exactly what's happening. They're returning the tee, and they will be kicking the ball as they would be punting it from the 20.
Absolutely. We have NFL rules here.
Nice.
And that
Nice
kick is
high.
going to be fair caught around the 45-yard line. And that's where the King Comets will take over.
I think that was a nice move for
Yeah.
him to take a knee right there.
Well, and that was an effective kick. And so rather than starting on the other side, they at least got them back on the Comet side of the field.
Yeah, number 56 may have been in a little uncharted waters there with returning the kick, so he may have just felt comfortable by just waving his hand and say, we'll start here. It's good field position.
I know y'all love commercials, so let's just get one going, y'all.
Without the letters A, B, and O, there's no mom. No dad. There's no Brittany.
We're back now, actually.
The Internet Sports Authority here on Campus Nation. Kings Comets take over the ball after the safety at the 45-yard line.
Pass.
There'll be a pass, and there'll be a sack back at the 35-yard line. And that looks like Lester Robinson. No relation.
No relation.
No relation.
Okay, all right.
But he's a ball player. He comes in for the sack.
Someone lost a shoe? Is that a shoe out there? No, I guess.
Let me check mine. Is it my shoe?
Your shoe's there?
Got mine.
What I do know is these teams go all out with their accessories. They got some flashy shoes
Got some
going
bling,
on,
bling, bling.
some headgear underneath their helmets.
This is what it's all about.
Well, we know from last year that the Hornets were always one of the, from a standpoint of style, they were styling last year.
Show up and show out.
Yep.
That'll bring up 2nd and 19 from their own 36, the King Comets' own 36. And Holloway's got 2 receivers at the top and the bottom with his running back to the left of his hip. He's looking to run, and he does take off. He's over the 40, out to close to the 45-yard line.
Nice pickup, almost back to the original line of scrimmage, if not getting it.
Gain of 9 yards. Gets all the penalty yardage back. Well, not the penalty yard, but the sack yardage back. And it sets them up
3rd and 11.
for a nice 3rd and 11. from about the 45-yard line.
Derek, thus far it's been a battle of the defense.
The defense is supreme here in the Queen City. I must say that. We're looking at the offense right now of the Kings Comets. They're moving the ball, as best as they can. Last time with the ball, they got down inside the red zone. They weren't able to come away with any points, getting a turnover on downs. But the defense, you're right, Rick. The defense has come to play on this hot night.
Penalty. Delay a game.
Looks like we've got a little bit of motion.
So it's motion. That'll cost them 5 yards.
Lots of penalties in the early going, Rick.
Yeah, well, once again, these guys, they're playing in some incredible heat. They've warmed up in incredible heat. They've been down on that field, probably some of them, for over an hour, hour and a half already. And I don't know how you can't stand from having more guys down on the field cramping, because you get dehydrated very quickly.
And as we've mentioned in previous broadcasts, these guys do have their real full-time jobs that they go to throughout the week, so they don't practice together as much as they'd probably like as well. So
that's true.
For them to get out here and even play these games, I think is amazing.
Well, not being able to connect on that 3rd and 16 brings up a 4th and 16. They'll bring out the punting unit.
Yeah, I would say that's a definite punt.
Definitely. Brings out the punting unit for the first time today for either team. So we'll see what the special teams unit is looking like for the Kings Comets.
Fortunately, neither receiving team in receiving punts will be looking into the sun, so that's a good thing. It is a north to south field.
Snap is back.
Oh, trick.
Kick.
Oh,
yeah,
quick.
it's a little rugby kick.
Interesting.
Oh, and it stays in.
Yeah, that's a nice decision to pick up the ball. Willie James on the receiving end of that punt made a wise decision to pick up as many yards as he could and get out of bounds about the 15-yard line.
I think that was over a 50-yard punt there.
I believe you're right, Rick. You don't see that too many times.
No, you don't. And that turned out to be a great punt, because Dayton, they will be starting on the, 21-yard line? 25-yard line. No, 20-yard line. 15-yard line.
I was going to say, that's 15.
Yeah, that is the 15-yard line.
I know your eyes are getting old.
Well, I had to look for the football because I was looking at the markers. And
Happy belated 66th birthday.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
To the CEO of Campus Nation,
Yeah.
Rick Phillips, everybody.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a week after.
So you're saying you're even older now?
That's right. You're right. Yep.
Yeah, I mailed you a card, and I couldn't stop laughing
I
at
saw
the
that
card.
card. That was great.
couldn't stop.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Guys, this was
Showing-
a sports-related card about age slowing you down. It was great.
I must have laughed for about 3 or 4 minutes before I bought the card. My guy. 2nd and 6 after a short gain of 4 yards by the Dayton Hornets. Seth Kosak is in the shotgun.
Nothing.
He hands off once again.
He may have lost yardage
He did.
there.
It's very, very hard to get some running room here on this Kings Comets front 7.
No, they've been a terror.
They are absolutely being a monster.
Loss of a yard.
Well, as you guys mentioned earlier, I think that the defense is going to be the biggest thing right now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get some running room tonight.
Coming up on 3.5 minutes in this first quarter play from Walnut Hills High School.
Dayton Hornets come out again. 2 receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. The running back is Denzel Matlock. And your quarterback, Seth Kosak, drops back, looks over the middle, and that ball is going to be picked off one more time at the 35-yard line.
Replay.
So that's the second pick that we've had by the Comets. This time resulting in a play that is going to put them in great field position at the what, 35-yard line, looks like, 35-yard line of the Dayton Hornets.
That ball was intercepted by Roosevelt Collins, number 9. Very good ball player. Once again, another defensive play by the Kings Comets and another Dayton turnover. Dayton has turned the ball over for the second time tonight.
So do you go to the house on this one? You got them on their heels?
You want to make a splash play?
Is
Go
there
for
a
the end
timeout?
zone.
I don't know that it's a timeout.
I
It's
feel
just
like
sort
it's
of.
taking a long transition time here.
Now, it looks like they're walking off a penalty. That's the reason.
And I believe I see.
They originally had the ball on the 20-yard line.
Looks like there was a coach on the field.
Yeah, because the ball was intercepted at 35.
Right.
And Dayton is back out for another offensive possession. So they must have picked up the flag, given Dayton some yards, and we're going to continue on with the drive. So wipe off that interception and give Dayton the ball.
Well, we got a stoppage in play. Let's go ahead and take a commercial. We'll be back when they figure this out. You're listening to Campus Nation.
The Internet Sports Authority.
Without the letters A, B, and O, there's no mom. No dad. There's no Brittany. Because A's, B's, and O's determine your blood type. And we're missing all of them. That's why the American Red Cross needs people like you to help fill the gaps. Schedule your donation at redcrossblood.org.
All right, we're back. And I don't know that they've figured it out exactly, but we've got, looks like a first down at the 32-yard line of Dayton. Over 600 Red Cross volunteers and staff have been in the Dayton area helping the people of the Miami Valley affected by the Memorial Day tornadoes. Your donation to the Red Cross helps provide food, shelter, relief supplies, emotional support, recovery planning, and other assistance during disasters. To donate, go to redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's 1-800-RED-CROSS. And, of course, they are sponsors this week, as well as Ison Family Restaurants, home for most people to McDonald's, bringing you BCFL football. And we want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July, even though we're sort of early this next Thursday, the 4th of July. Just make sure that you have a safe 4th of July and watch it with those fireworks, those sparklers, and those other things that can hurt young people or even old people for that matter. You got to remember to let go of them.
Don't give Rick any fireworks.
No. They don't even let me have sharp objects.
It's not you. It's everybody else.
So they're still discussing the play. There is still a hanky on the ground. I don't think we've come to anything closer, so I think we're going to break away for another commercial here. You got something queued up,
I
Sydney?
sure do.
All right, let's do a commercial, and we will try to figure this out and get back with you. You're listening to CampusNation.com.
We're back here on the Campus Nation, your Internet Sports Authority. Derek Robinson, Rick Phillips, Sydney Alexis, here in Cincinnati, Ohio, the Queen City.
Hey, Rick, could you tell us a little more about those stat leaders that are going on right now?
We haven't resolved what's going on the field, so we'll give you some stats here as far as the leaders. Quarterback leaders, Antonio Davis, AD of the Cincinnati Chiefs with 1,033 yards, 8 TDs. Cincinnati Duke's Kamari Murray with 796 yards and 5 TDs. Marion County Crusaders' Sean Tyler with 491 yards and 3 TDs. Running back leaders, Southern Ohio Blaze Devontae Johnson, 301 yards and 2 TDs. Marion County Crusaders' Juan Self with 283 yards, 6 TDs. Cincinnati Chiefs' Darian Nelson with 209 yards. We'll get some more stats here, I hope, when we get this settled, although we've got the Dayton Hornets head coach back out on the field. I don't know whether that's the coach or the, I guess that would be their head coach. Still talking with the Zebras to sort of figure out where the ball's going to be placed, what down it's going to be. The clock right now says 3:12 to go. The game has been all defense, and in fact, the only points scored thus far have been a Kings Comets 2-point safety in the end zone against the Dayton Hornets, and they've had 2 picks already, and one of them set up that safety in the end zone. So right now it's been all defense. Neither team, although the Comets have seemed to move the ball a little better, don't you think, Derek?
Absolutely. Dayton, like I said, they've been struggling to score points. And here tonight, it's been very evident that they're having difficulties running the football. Like I said, the Comets' defensive front is led by Dobbins, who got the sack earlier, and they have Neely brothers, defensive tackle, linebacker, and we just saw a kid, Roosevelt Collins, make a play. He's a safety. They have ball hawkers all over the field, and they're going to expose Dayton if they don't get their act together.
Sideline warning. Dead ball on the Comets. On the
Comets.
the Comets and the Hornets. So it's offsetting.
Offsetting penalties.
So once again, we start a first
down
and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Dayton Hornets. So a sideline warning doesn't necessarily mean, for instance, the coach was interfering. It could be team members that are out on the field or out on in the play of field, and they have to stay behind the very thick white line area that you see on the sidelines. That is where the coaches.
They can actually see it in the frame right now.
Oh. All right, we're back to action. Maybe.
Here we are motion wide receiver across the formation. Kosak hands the ball off. Running back gets back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might be able to get away, get some positive yards, Matlock, but he wasn't able to do that. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and this will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like he started with his forward progress, picking up the space between that and the line of scrimmage. Then he started to cut to the left and ran across the field. And
give him 2.
Yeah.
2nd and 8. We'll see if Kosak can get something through the air. It's been unsuccessful thus far. 2-back set, 3 wide receivers, 2 at the top. Well, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. He's going long. He has a man, and he makes a connection.
Great.
He hauls in the catch. And that
26.
is caught by Christian Willingham.
And he was defended by 2 defenders that were closing on him, and he still made that catch.
He caught that ball in double coverage. And they're going to spot the ball
25-yard line?
at the 25-yard line.
So that went from, about the 34?
So that's a gain of 39.
On the opposite side to the 25-yard line of the Comets.
That's a pretty slick connection right there.
Zach Kosak, or Seth Kosak. He must have heard me up here in the booth. He connects with his wide receiver, Willingham.
Do they have us on in their helmets? They should.
Ball snap from the 25.
It's a run.
And there's a nice pickup. That's Matlock's best carry of the night so far. It gets inside the 20 down to the 9, gets to about 17. They're going to call the 2nd and 3 from the 18.
So probably the last play of the first quarter. Time's ticking off the clock. Have we got a timeout?
Well, we've got a commercial if we have a timeout.
All right, 26.7 seconds to go in this first quarter.
And commercial.
Fries for 316, please. Thank you.
David, what's going on?
Oh, hey.
That's it?
Yeah. Everybody, 2 seconds. Dear Sebastian, after careful consideration of your application, it is with great pleasure that we offer our congratulations on your acceptance.
Through the Tuition Assistance Program, every day, McDonald's helps more people go to college. It's part of our commitment to being America's best first job.
For wide receivers, the leaders, Cincinnati Chiefs' Paul Jones with 341 yards, 3 TDs. Cincinnati Dukes' Justin Cornwall with 306 yards and 2 TDs. Kings Comets' Camarcus Blanton with 204 yards and 3 TDs. And then defensive leaders, leading in tackles, Cincinnati Dukes' Donald Duskin with 35 tackles. Sacks, Cincinnati Dukes' Donald Duskin with 6 sacks. Interceptions, Cincinnati Chiefs' Dre Rep with 5. Cincinnati Dukes' Antonio Morrison with 5. And those are your leaders thus far in the BCFL.
Back to live action. 2nd and 3. Kosak's going deep for a pass in the end zone.
Picked off.
The ball's going to be intercepted.
Now, was
That's
that
the
a play or
second
something,
interception
y'all? Oh,
of
I
the
mean,
game.
He stepped out, didn't he?
Oh, he's still going.
I thought he stepped out, but maybe.
Well, there is an interception. Vincent
Oh, that guy just slapped that guy.
Rayford.
That's why the flag just
Oh,
went
my
into the air.
goodness. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Vinny Rayford on the interception and return.
I'm sorry I didn't get the replay, y'all. I got caught up in the slap action.
That would be a personal foul and tack an additional 15 yards onto this play if it holds up. Maybe he was just congratulating him on the good run back.
Somehow I think it'll hold up. They have video coverage of it now. If anyone's got the live stream on down there.
Incredible is interception and return. And that's the drive killer for the Dayton Hornets. It was a beautiful drive that they had
awesome.
going.
So now I don't know whether, in all honesty, whether that was just frustration on the part of the Hornets with the slap or whether that was something that was said by the returning the interception. So
Maybe he was offended by the run. I don't know. But
well, it looked nice from
Hurt
up here.
feelings.
And there were a lot of fans on this side of the field that appreciated that
maybe
interception.
he just needs a Drake song to come on.
Yep. Oh, he's ejected.
Ooh.
So that player was ejected from the game for the slap. There's a 15-yard penalty, which is going to be added to the play. I don't know whether it's a spot foul or whether it would just be added on to the end of the play.
Oh, that's just too bad. It's unfortunate.
I didn't actually see. I thought that he had returned it beyond where it's spotted, so I'm not really sure at the 42-yard line or 38-yard line of the Hornets whether they actually assessed that 15-yard penalty.
No, that return was definitely brought over by past the 50 and inside of the 45-yard line. And I agree with you.
They must not be assessing the penalty, but they ejected the player.
Perhaps maybe it's been an offsetting penalties, which may have not given him any yards.
Well,
That could have been it.
I didn't get the name of the Hornets
could
player.
have been brought on by something said, so maybe they.
Well, here we are. 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. Kings Comets. And this is going to be a handoff, a toss. His helmet gets popped off.
Yep, lid on the ground.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
All right. Well, in the first quarter, 2-0 Kings Comets over the Dayton Hornets here on the Campus Nation Internet Sports Authority. We'll be right back.
McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
Can I have a they never feed you at those things meal, please? I'm starving. Please be candy. Please be candy. Earrings. Darn it.
So you said 5 cheeseburgers and 5 McChicken for $1 each?
Yes, exactly. Thanks. I'm back. Okay, what did I miss?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, figures.
Thanks.
Build whatever meal you want with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
And we are back.
Here we are, 2-0, the beginning of the second quarter. It's a baseball score here in Cincinnati.
It is. It is.
It's baseball
My
season.
favorite sport.
You a Reds fan?
I was being sarcastic.
She was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
I don't
She
watch
sees no
baseball.
benefit in baseball, and of course, I coached.
He loves
I coached
baseball.
knothole baseball, a traveling league from Wilmington, and we played primarily in the Cincinnati region. So we were down in Cincinnati all the time, playing a lot of Cincinnati teams, but for 7 years. So I like baseball.
I find it just incredibly too long, and then they get to add extra time. Like, I feel like that's not
called
fair
extra
to
innings.
me.
So here's the deal. You can watch a baseball game, fall asleep, and maybe not miss anything.
Well, that's true.
I
You know what I mean?
And then when
Get a
there's like
good
a
nap.
rain delay, then WLW, which, by the way, will be on tonight, 700 WLW with Dave Martin, Riding the Wave with Dave, here in Cincinnati on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, what do we got?
Then we don't start the show till like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I can't find that enjoyable.
After hours.
Yeah.
But we will be on from 12 to 5 a.m., so tune
That's
in.
right. 12 to 5 tonight on 700, the big one, WLW. Riding the Wave with Dave on the American Truckers Network, Campus Nation. The crew, at least Sydney, Alexis, and yours truly, will be traveling to the studios there in the Kenwood area, and we will we'll see what we can do as far as we talk a little sports, we talk a little politics, we talk a little technology, you name it. Call in and just hit us up for your thoughts on the game tonight.
Also, like us on Facebook.
This is a 2nd and 3 run.
Nice run.
Did he just jump over
That's the
I'm
brand
sorry,
new
what?
quarterback, Brian Holloway, sparking his offense.
Here's the replay for anybody who may have missed that.
First down run. The highlight reel of a high wire act. That's very dangerous.
Are you sure he wasn't running track?
Well, he might have.
There was a hurdle for real.
That did look like a hurdle.
Ball's on the 19-yard line. This is 1st and 10 after that spectacular run by Holloway.
So we're in the red zone.
All I know is we do have some great athletes out here with the BCFL, and some of them still do have college eligibility.
Yes.
Right at the middle. Looks like a pickup of about 5.
To give to Tevin Redmond. And yeah, with college eligibility still available for some of these players, you never know who's watching the game.
That's right. Yeah.
You know?
Well, and obviously they've got NFL eligibility or Canadian Football League eligibility.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure that a lot of our film is looked over by scouts, and certainly scouts particularly that are looking for maybe some college athletes. These guys, they definitely are a notch above what you would normally consider to be a college athlete.
If you've got a skill set, there's got a place for you. 2nd and 6 from the 15. Switch up halfbacks here. 2 wide receiver set. Well, 4 wide receiver set. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. This is a keeper by Holloway. Doesn't get much.
I don't think he got anything, to be honest.
But the good news is I don't think he lost anything, so...
I don't know whether they're trying to keep it in the center of the field for a field goal or...
Stop on the play by Mitch Hamilton, defensive lineman for the Hornets.
I think during the entire BCFL season, this season, we've only seen 1 attempt for a field goal.
I believe there's only been 1 that we've been at least live for. I haven't.
So you got some stats there?
We do have some first quarter stats. We'll give those here in just a second. We've got 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 16-yard line. Holloway's in the shotgun. 4 receivers in the tailback. There's pressure on the left side. He tries to hit the tailback outside. It can't connect. So through the first quarter, we've got 3 first downs, 2 by the Hornets, 1 for the Comets. We've got 7 rushing yards for the Hornets and 32 yards for the Comets. Through the air, 33 yards for the Hornets and just 9 for the Comets. We've got 2 sacks by each team. One of those sacks led to our only score of the game, the safety, sacked by Jonathan Dobbins Jr., the Kings Comets defensive end. The total offense is very even, 40 yards for the Hornets and 41 for the Comets. So through one quarter, pretty even without 2-0, despite that 2-0 score. We've got 12 minutes left here in the second, and this is a 4th down play. From the 16, Holloway's looking at the end zone. He's got a man.
Wide open. Wide
touchdown.
open.
Beautiful.
Beautiful pass and catch. Camarcus Blanton.
You saw it here first, folks. Campus Nation.
Blanton is one of the league's leading receivers, and he catches a touchdown pass from his quarterback, Brian Holloway, to put the Comets up 8-0 here early in the second quarter.
It was a nice
Beautiful pass.
Do you guys think they're going to go for 2?
I do.
Yes.
Get yourself up here, two scores.
Yeah, right now 8-0.
They could make that a solid double digits right here.
Absolutely. So. And Holloway's got the touch going right now, so he's got his 4 receivers out. He's got his running back.
Got to run this.
A little motion. Ball snap. Oh. He's looking for the end zone. Now he wants to take off with his feet, and he won't make it. As he's wrapped up on the play, Dayton Hornets make a nice stop on that 2-point conversion, making it no good.
We're going to take a short commercial break.
Is a bag. But for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Enjoy your favorites from McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, like any size soft drink for $1 and a 6-piece chicken McNuggets for $2.
Back on Campus Nation, your Internet Sports Authority. 11:53 to go in the second quarter here in the Queen City. The Kings Comets are up 8-0 on the Dayton Hornets. It's a touchdown pass to Camarcus Blanton.
So essentially what you've got is a touchdown and an extra 2 points. So right now we're still within that score of the Dayton Hornets.
Yeah, that's why it was very important to get that 2-point conversion to be good, because you want to go up 2 scores and give Dayton, less of an opportunity to
something to think about when they're
less of an opportunity to get some points out there. Stands are filling up here. The kickoff is going to be accepted around the 22, and he gets wrapped up. Forward progress to take him over across the 25, and that's where Dayton Hornets will start this drive. They got to get
a penalty.
Going.
Once again, that was after the play actually concluded, but I think that
Rick, heat, humidity will make you not think straight. After maybe you didn't hear the whistle, perhaps maybe your mind's just playing games with you, but it's very hot out there.
I mean, besides the physical pressure, I gotta imagine it's gotta be some mental headspace as well.
That sun drains you. You don't think straight.
Emotions running high.
Yeah, and I'm not really that familiar with these two teams as far as playing each other as to whether or not there's what we would call bad blood, where there have been past games where they've sort of mixed it up and, maybe there's been some feelings of maybe we didn't get treated well by each other. Where'd that go? Oh, thank you.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Hope we don't get dinged by that.
Yeah, you wouldn't get dinged because it sounded anything like the real thing, that's for sure.
Rick always tells me not to quit my day job, so here I am, folks. Campus Nation, your internet sports authority.
1st and 10, and that's a handoff to numbers.
Nice pickup, 6 yards.
Number 30 on the carry.
Little
It's David
spin
Fleetwood.
move there at the end to pick up another extra yard or two.
Fleetwood on the carry.
Any relation to Mac?
No Fleetwood Mac. So it was 5 yards, right? 5? 6. 5 or 6.
Good one, Sydney.
Looked like 6 yards. Okay. 2nd and 4 is what it appears.
$10:58 to go in the second quarter. And Seth Kosak is under center. And in an I formation. It's going to hand up to the up man. And he's going to get across the first down marker.
That's very close. And they probably have to come in and measure. Well, he's given it the first down indication, so that is a first down.
That's a very nice call. And the up man was Daniel Lang on the carry, number 25.
So the Hornets are in the driver's seat. They're now starting to drive a little.
And that last drive that they had going, they got inside of the red zone before almost to the red zone before they threw that corner interception.
That was actually into the end zone where it was picked off, wasn't it? Did it come out of the end zone?
Absolutely. They were can't remember if they were inside the red zone or not, maybe just outside of it, but they took a shot for the end zone, and the ball was picked off. But they're doing it again, as you mentioned, across the 50.
Maybe the pressure is getting to them. They got to do something about it to put some points on the board.
This is from the 48. This is 1st and 10.
Swarming defense.
Kosak was looking for a man. Couldn't find one. He had to take a sack.
Looks like a loss of 3, so it's probably going to bring up a 2nd and 13.
Antoine Singleton gets credit for that sack. Comes in from his secondary position.
Just now starting to see some of the shadows with the sun picking up the...
I think it's starting to set a little bit.
Yeah, so
it's
there
cooling off
might
a little,
cool the field off just a hair. So maybe only 100 degrees down there.
If you needed to cook some eggs, earlier was the time.
Nice run, but we got a penalty.
Yeah, 2nd and 13.
That penalty, though, was really up pretty far. It's not typically where you would see holding or something like that. And it was away from it looked like away from the action, the running action.
I actually had my eyes focused on the quarterback.
Well, it does look like Dayton is going to walk back, holding on Dayton.
The quarterback took the snap for Dayton. It looks like it's Robert Redd. Robert Redd is a wide receiver and a defensive back. Before that play, he came in and played a little quarterback. But they're going to negate that gain and bring it back. That ball is going to be spotted at the 38-yard line. And it looks like Robert Redd is taking snaps. So no more Kosak.
Just under 9 minutes to go in this first half of play.
This is 2nd and 23.
Got a penalty flag. Free play.
And Red's looking to scramble and has scrambled over the 50, across the 45. But there is a penalty, and we should see what this is going to do this time. And this is going to be offsides on the defense. So that was a free play,
which they made perfect use of.
Well, they said they declined the penalty, but it looks like they accepted it.
Now we got a timeout here.
Well, that means we've got a quick commercial.
Right, official timeout. We'll be back.
Right on, bud. Have a good one. Bye.
It's okay.
and traffic.
Back. Campus Nation, the Internet Sports Authority. Derek Robinson, Cindy Alexis, Rick Phillips on the call. Queen City.
Walnut Hills High School, home, I guess they say welcome to the Nut House. So, but Walnut Hills, what is their actual mascot? Do we know?
I saw it.
I'm assuming something to do with a squirrel.
Squirrel?
Well, I mean, why would they call it the Nut House?
It's the Eagles?
They collect
Eagles.
nuts.
The Eagles. Okay, well, that's the Nut House. See, that's the reason.
Why do they need nuts?
Well,
I have never heard any correlation where.
Well,
I
don't
see
squirrels-
some eagles
don't-
out
no.
gathering nuts. I mean, if by nuts they mean we're all nuts and we're here,
I don't
then
know.
I guess that's
but
welcome.
I tell you what, we're not nuts because this is a great game we've got going on here. It's just 8-0 right now with the Comets ahead of the Hornets.
And this is going to be
Play stopped again. Got to delay a game. False start.
false start. Back them up 5.
Well, it's not been error-free, that's for certain.
Well, down on the field, it actually says this is called Mark Stadium. I guess they just refer to it more commonplace as the Nut House.
Well, the Nut House is probably their auditorium, their gymnasium, which is over there, I think, just on the other side of where the tennis courts are, to the right of the tennis courts. So that's probably actually the Nut House there.
This is a beautiful facility.
It is very beautiful.
And this is 3rd down. Red's pass is up the right sideline, and it's going to be intercepted right outside the 20-yard line. And that ball is going to be picked off by number 23, Daquan Edwards. And once again, the Dayton Hornets have committed another turnover, giving the ball back to the Kings Comets to add to their lead, perhaps 8-0.
That's the Comets' 3rd pick.
That's our fourth turnover of the game.
All I know is they sure know how to pick them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to quit my day job to be a stand-up comedian.
No, that's true. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Comets. They are going from left to right on your radio TV dial. The temperature has cooled off considerably.
Yeah, it's making it a lot more enjoyable for the fans out here.
They do have a very spacious press box, which we do appreciate.
This is 1st and 10. The ball is on the 20 for the Kings Comets. And Brian Holloway tosses the ball right to Bo Sparrow. Bo Sparrow gets a couple.
Maybe a pickup of 3.
So that's a nice carry here with 7:32 left to go. With the 8-0 lead. King Comets looking to add to it.
Actually looks like a pickup of 4, so it's going to be a 2nd and 6.
There's a couple. Ball was marked at the 24-yard line. Holloway hands off to Sparrow once more. And the Sparrow goes across, gets to out to the 28-yard line.
He was kind of rolling up the field there.
He's a big boy.
So pickup of another 3. That's going to leave what appears to be a 3rd and 4.
Holloway's going to keep it this time, looking for room to run around the left edge, and he will not get there. But he will make the best of his efforts to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This will be a punt for sure.
That'll bring up 4th and 3. So Dayton with the stop. And only being down 8-0 with 6:18 to go. Not having a lot of momentum on your side throughout the first half. Getting a stop here was awesome for Dayton. Getting that defense off of the field and getting the ball back to their quarterback, Robert Red, who's taken over now for Seth Kosak.
You make a good point there, Derek, because keeping the defense on the field, tiring them down, that could open a lot of holes, that could cause a lot of problems, but Dayton managed to put stops on there as far as the Comets, so the Comets will be forced to punt the ball unless they try some chicanery here.
Did you dig up an encyclopedia to find that word?
That's got to be delay of game.
We've got motion on the line.
Once again, a procedure.
And that's going to push it back 5 yards. Bring the ball back to the 22. So we'll try it again. Deep man is at his 40. So that ball's not going to quite make it there.
He was at it about the 45. 44.
So that's a punt of 23. And that's where Dayton will take over the ball. Wonderful field position, the best field position Dayton has started out with the ball all night long. And we'll see if they can make the most of it. There's just 5:19 left here in the first half. And thus far, Dayton has yet to score. But they're looking to change that here on this drive. So we've got 3 wide receivers, 1 at the bottom of the screen, 2 at the top in the I formation. The ball's headed to the up man, and he's going to go across the 30.
Here we go.
He's going to get across the 15, down to the 10.
He almost had it, folks. Replay.
Great pickup. He hit that hole quickly, and Dayton's in the driver's seat, that's for sure.
That's a 31-yard pickup.
That was, what would you call it, smooth like butter?
Well, that was definitely a great pickup there on the 13.
It's Fleetwood again. So Fleetwood with another carry, setting himself up and his team inside the red zone. And this is Robert Red with the quarterback keeper.
Don't think he got much.
Robert Red, I believe, is a local product here in Cincinnati. So if you know that name, that's the guy. He is definitely elusive out there in the open. He plays defensive back. I don't know if he'll play defensive back for the rest of the game tonight. Now he's playing quarterback. But he can definitely make some things happen. So that's going to be 2nd and 10. Robert Red in the shotgun.
Yeah, they show it as a first. Nothing.
Incomplete pass.
There was no one there. No one at home. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
It seems like when they get closer inside of here, close to the
well, there's less room
zone,
to work.
There's less room to work, and
if you've got a quarterback that has had a lot of time with snaps and repetitions and timing, then it obviously is not a problem. But when you get someone that's new, if you got Antonio Davis out there, then he knows what to do. But some of these players that have maybe not quarterbacked that much, Then when you get that closeness, everybody's packed in. It makes it a lot harder to initiate those plays.
This is going to be 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation. The ball snapped. Red's looking to throw in the end zone. He's got a man. That ball's overthrown.
Yeah, he had the guy. The guy was open. Just couldn't hit him.
Looks like Derek Kane was the intended receiver on that pass. And that brings up 4th and 10. They'll keep the offense out.
It's a beautiful day for semi-pro football, folks. We got to get Fleetwood back out here. 2 big songs, Landslides and Dreams.
All right, so what do we got? We got a timeout?
Got a timeout by Dayton.
All right, so the Hornets are going to take time out. They want to talk this over. We got something queued up there, Sydney.
We sure do.
All right, let's take a break here.
We could tell a humble origin story and discover conveniently placed sacks of coffee. We could show a selection of models holding cups up to their faces. We could use slower shots of Arabica beans. We could see a trendy artisan taking coffee way too seriously. We could use an abstract dance routine to romance our milk. We could create an epic blockbuster and crowbar our product into it. We could do all that.
But we don't. What we do is use freshly ground Arabica beans and organic milk. McCafe. Great tasting coffee. Simple.
This is going to be a field goal try. Yeah.
This will be interesting.
A 30-yard field goal.
Second time we've seen a field goal in BCFL this year.
And Cullen Bradley didn't get a good kickoff. That actually was blocked. Didn't really have a chance from the time it left the foot of Cullen.
And typically that's why we don't see many field goal attempts. They're usually not successful.
And I put Cullen on the year. I think he's about 2 for 4 on the year now. He's one of the only kickers in the, well, maybe a few more kickers in the BCFL that have had success with field goal tries and extra points and things
well,
of that nature.
Well, if he's 2 for 4, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all, 50%. But Dayton really needed that to get something on the board before halftime here, which would have looked really nice.
Well, once again, they've been down in the red zone a couple times now, and the Comets have stiffened and shut down their attempts to get into the end zone. There's a flag on the field.
Now, if this is on the Kings' Comets, this could give the ball back
I don't know what they're
to Dayton.
Yeah. It is against the Comets. At least that's what. That'll be a first down.
Is it going to be a first down, Rick?
It appears that way.
Well, if it's 15 yards, even if it's a spot foul, 15 yards from where it's spotted right there would be a first down.
But 2 for 4 is pretty good odds. I mean, you only have to hit
the
ball 3 out of 10 times in baseball to be good, apparently. So.
See, she remembered that.
Fun facts.
That's what I told her. I said, you're in the Hall of Fame if you can hit it 3 out of...
That's it.
Yeah, 3 out of 10 times, huh?
That's it. 300.
That's
Hashtag
right.
goals.
Sydney listens.
So 2:57 left here in the second quarter.
So are they picking it up? Are they waving it off? What are they doing? Nope. He's assessing a penalty, half the distance to the goal. So now this is still a fourth down situation.
Okay. So fourth down.
So what do we do here, Derek? Do we once again attempt the field goal, or do we decide we're going to maybe do some trickery and see if we can get a first down, get into the end zone?
If you're Dayton, you've seen Cullen Bradley come out and kick the ball. No. You definitely want to continue to try to get the first down, because you still have first down opportunities here.
I think that's what they're going to do. I don't see the kicker out on the field.
Yeah, so it's 4th and 4 with the penalty from the 7.
Is this a running play?
This is
maybe a
This
quarterback sort of sprints out and
exactly.
sees if he can find someone?
It's going to look like a pass, but Robert Red may end up keeping this ball. He's got the athleticism.
Another penalty
to get 4 yards.
Boy, that flag was thrown so high that it drew some rain.
Let it rain and clear it out.
All right, so Conference of the Zebras.
I know someone knows what I'm talking about here.
I'm ignoring her.
What?
She's already punch drunk. She's already tired. I can just imagine what she's going to be like at 1 o'clock in the morning tonight.
Let's just be clear. I'm drinking Gatorade, no alcohol.
So 2:57.
Humidity's getting to me too, I guess.
2:57 remaining in the.
I saw Dayton clapping their hands as if they were approving of the call on the field.
Well, it's probably half the distance to the goal.
And they are. That should be a first down. First and goal.
Nope, still 4th down. 4th and about
a
well, no,
yard.
they don't. They've got a first and goal. First and goal. You're right, Derek.
First and goal from the 4.
So they got 4 shots to get this in, to get them at least 6 points on the board before we go into the half.
Well, let's
This
make
could
sure
be
they
huge.
don't get an interception here.
Right. This could be huge for Dayton.
Nothing.
I think they're better off just trying to run it every time at this
Well,
point.
they tried that and nothing was doing. The Comets snuffed it out.
Red on the handoff to Fleetwood. Fleetwood was shut down immediately. And again, the front 7 for the Kings Comets are showing up tonight.
Looks like about a 2nd and 5. I think you'd have to do something with a rollout or something like that.
The ball was mishandled.
Oh
Red was tackled, and the ball was picked up. Headley, very heady play there by the offensive tackle, number 74.
I'm seeing the replay right now, folks.
Heads up play there, Jordan Ash.
So the Comets
Here's
were
the
almost
2-minute warning.
there taking the handoff.
And
that could have been
shot
disastrous.
themselves in the foot right there.
Yeah, so we got a 2-minute warning here going into the half, so we're going to take a break here. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority.
Let's go, folks. Oh my gosh, dude. I think it'd be a really good time. I'll keep following together. No. We're not celebrating.
And we're back here on the Campus Nation, the Internet Sports Authority. It's the Queen City. And we are here at Mark Stadium at Walnut Hills High School. We're at the 2-minute warning in the first half. And the Kings Comets have a lead of 8-0. And they're trying to hold on to that 8-0 lead before the halftime break. The Dayton Hornets were inside of their own inside of the King Comet 5-yard line just a moment ago before
with a 2nd and goal. Yeah, now they've got a 3rd and 25 or 24 in order. They've got to put the ball in the end zone. So
the good news is they have more room to work with now,
well,
so
that's
that
true.
might give them a little more advantage, actually.
Well, they do have plenty of room to work, that's for sure.
So here on 3rd and goal, Red comes back. He has a man wide open,
and they
number
got a
16.
touchdown. Here's the replay.
Quentin Gayden. That's a 24-yard touchdown throw. Robert Red. And Dayton is on the board finally. Down 2. And no flags.
No, that was as clean as it gets. And Sydney pointed out, and what we've been saying, Derek, with room to operate, they managed to get that ball in the air, get it to an open receiver, and score that touchdown.
So that almost tumultuous turnover wasn't the worst thing in the world.
So we're going for 2, I'm quite certain.
To tie the ball game up. We'll see what they got up their sleeve. Most teams come out have a specific 2-point play that they like to go to.
I'd just like to point out, folks, that Rick Phillips said I was right for once.
I always say you're right. Here we go. Got a flag in the air.
And Red's looking to run, and he thinks twice. Now he's dancing, and he's got nothing.
That didn't look fun.
That play ends around the 25-yard line, a dead ball. There was a penalty? Yeah, that was a penalty.
It may be on the defense.
So if so, they'll get another crack at this 2-point conversion.
May have been encroachment.
We'll wait for the call here. And here it comes. 5, yeah, it's offsides on the defense, King Comets. So they will give another crack at this 2-point conversion to Robert Red and the Dayton Hornets.
At literally the 1-yard line, the 1-foot-yard line.
Now here's a play where you might want to give the ball to the up man.
Well, I would definitely make sure my quarterback was under center for this one.
Yes.
Even if he was going to turn around and hand it off, this would be the perfect play for a quarterback sneak. Everybody knows that's what they're going to do if he's under center, but I just can't understand why you would put yourself out 5-6 yards, and then have to start from that when you're so close, to the goal line.
Yeah, as a defensive lineman, I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, I like that. Give a good push to the offensive lineman.
I'd basically be like, part the Red Sea here. I'm coming through.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Maybe even put a big offensive lineman in as an up man or give him the rock. Old Refrigerator Perry style.
Well, Dayton has got some big offensive linemen right there. So, I mean, I can't believe in looking at the Comets that they've got any more meat on that side of the ball. So it seemed to me that under
they
center.
definitely ate their broccoli, I'll tell you
That's
that
right.
much.
Under center would be the perfect thing. Just run it right down their throat.
That sounds really aggressive.
That's what you got to do. All right, let's see if we're right.
And Red's under center indeed. And there's the up man.
He's in.
And he's in there.
We got a tie ball game.
Is it clear?
Yep.
All right. 8-8.
1:54 to go. We have a tie ball game. Dayton Hornets have just made it 8-8. And we've had a defensive battle all throughout the first half. 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions. And despite that, Dayton is able to come back and tie this ball game up right before the half. Dayton would receive the ball in the second half.
Yeah, so once again, if they can get a stop here on Kings, on the Comets there, they would probably be going in with what we would say would be the momentum. They'd be coming back out, possessing the ball in the first drive. Right now, the Comets are a little back on their heels.
So the Comets are looking to get back.
They need a good return. They've got plenty of time. I mean, they could still take this ball up the field and score. They have plenty of time with 1:54 to go in this first half of play.
Yeah, they're looking to get back the little bit of momentum that they had built in the first quarter.
Nice punt. Nice kickoff there.
This kick will be taken off the 11-yard line.
And a good run back so far.
And returned over to the 35, cross the 35. He makes
like,
a man
"You can't
miss. He
catch
comes
me."
out of a pile, and he's
Oh,
crossed
he's
over
clear.
midfield.
He's running.
And he's going to take
gonna
this
take
ball
it home.
across the 20.
He's going to take it
inside
home.
the 10, and he's
And here
going
we
to
are,
score.
touchdown.
Touchdown.
Awesome.
And that is Tyrez Shaw.
I don't see any flags on the field.
That was awesome.
And he just scored on a 91-yard kickoff return to give this crowd and everyone else up here a nice little jolt.
I would say the momentum is back on the Comet side.
No doubt about it, Rick.
That is a beautiful way to go into the second half after this minute 34 wraps up.
Tyrez Shaw. He came out of a crowd of a sea of green right at midfield, and then he switched gears and came down closer to the sideline. And it was good night, Irene, after that. 91 yards. Electric.
That's how we do it, folks. CampusNation.com, bringing you the BCFL.
So we're going to go for 2. Right now, 14-8. And just as quick as the Hornets got on the board and tied this game up, the Comets said, no.
They answered right back.
This is our house. We're going to come back, and we're going to take it 91 yards to the house.
This is their house and the Nut House. So, I mean, we're all here.
Yeah, especially since the Nut House is probably referring to our crew here, huh? All right, going for 2.
Some Brian Hall.
Penalty. Somebody getting touchy down there. Let's go out against the Comets.
I'm trying to still catch my breath from the kickoff return. Good night.
Is that encroachment? Or?
No, that would be a 5-yard penalty for probably, I don't know whether it's motion or whether it's delay of game. Or we really haven't seen delay of the game, so I don't know whether they're calling delay of the game as motion. But anyway, a little more room for the Comets to work.
It won't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, this will probably be some type of a rollout and pass.
Brian Holloway giving directions to the running backs. It's a 2-back set. Receiver at the top and bottom. Little misdirection. It's coming out to the right. He's not going to get anything. He's going to be stopped by number 21 on the Dayton defense, Tristan Murray. And that keeps the score 14-8. Here with 1:34 left to go. You're watching BCFL football on the Campus Nation, the Internet Sports Authority.
And we still have a minute 34, so anything could happen on this kickoff.
Anything can happen if you just believe. Let's take a quick commercial break.
Without the letters A, B, and O, there's no mom. No dad. There's no Brittany. Because A's, B's, and O's determine your blood type. And we're missing all of them. That's why the American Red Cross needs people like you to help fill the gaps. Schedule your donation at redcrossblood.org.
We're back.
And we're back live. 1:34 left in the first half. We just saw Kings Comets take the lead off of a 91-yard kickoff return.
That was insane.
The kickoff return was by Tyrez Shaw. He made everyone miss on the kickoff before dancing in the end zone and celebrating. So it's 14-8. And this ball is going to be taken right at the 24, across the 40.
Flag.
There's a late flag. It's been a theme after the whistle's been blown tonight.
Yeah, could that be like maybe a face mask?
I didn't know it was Halloween yet.
Well, it was toward the end of the play, so I would assume that someone.
We'll check the flag
Holding.
here.
It's a holding on the Hornets.
And that negates a very nice return for the Hornets. But we'll see if they can get anything under the 2-minute warning here as far as the offense goes. A little 2-minute action. Robert Redd was able to connect on the last drive to get themselves positioned nicely. And before throwing the touchdown pass.
All right, let's see what we can do here. The last minute 25 of the first half.
This starts out at the 44. Red's in the shotgun. And he looks to throw right again. He's got a man
Nice.
right at the 30-yard line.
Nice pickup.
Gain of 26. And that stops the clock.
Starting to get his sea legs there.
And he hits Chad Swanson on that first down connection. The clock is rolling now, 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. Ball's on the Comet 30. Red's in the shotgun, looking back. He steps up in the pocket, makes a man miss. He crosses the 20. He crosses the 5. He's down at the 4. That's another 26-yard gain.
Going to have to have a timeout here.
We might have another score before the half here,
And they
folks.
call timeout with 44.9 left to go.
So what you really need to do, you've got a first down. You're going to have 4 shots at the end zone. You're going to have 4 passes. Because obviously if you get tackled, whether it's for a loss or you even pick up a yard, that clock is going to run out. How many timeouts do we have left?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure.
I can't tell from the scoreboard.
Yeah,
Theirs isn't laid
there's
out
nothing
that
up
way.
there. Yeah.
I think there's at least 1 left.
That was a phenomenal pass once again by Robert Redd connecting, or if he actually ran for that one that time. But in order to get down there, that was a beautiful pass to get them inside of the red zone here.
Yeah, well,
It looks like they're taking one now.
yeah, I would say at this point you're going to have to take 4 shots at the end zone. I don't think that it really is going to afford you any kind of running play whatsoever, because you do any running play and it's not successful.
And you don't get out of bounds.
You're going to run out of time.
Right. So after that timeout by the Dayton Hornets, we'll see what they've drawn up. First and goal.
It also seems to me by watching them play, they're better at making passes than running the ball anyway. But
Yeah, they're going to need some room if they want to throw the ball successfully.
Probably a rollout once again.
First and goal from the 4.
He's following his.
Oh, he's going in.
And Red's going to
He
take
gets
it
it.
in for
And he's
a
in.
touchdown after a big hit.
So that was sort of like a delay. He
That was
ran.
interesting.
Yeah, good play.
Tough customer. Crosses the goal line. And he ties this game up at 14.
Yeah, for the first time, Dayton could actually go ahead.
Now, will they go for 2 or kick the extra point is the question.
Looks like a kick.
It is a kick. This is going to be an extra point.
Interesting.
So they're going to bring out the kicker once again. Cullen Bradley. His first attempt at an extra point was unsuccessful. And we'll see if the special teams can correct their mistake and give themselves a lead.
If you do not succeed at first, try again.
Snaps up.
Looks good.
And it's good.
Ball's up. And it's going through the uprights for a good kick. 15-14, 38-9 left here in the first half. The Mark Stadium.
And you were worried about time running out, Rick.
Yeah, and we've got 38.9 seconds, so it's still not over.
Like 5 seconds later, everything's changed.
You never know.
Don't count the Comets out.
This game has picked up offensively in the last few seconds.
I think since it's cooling down, everybody's getting a little more headspace.
Thinking straight.
You know,
telling you.
Even I'm sounding a little less crazy, if that's possible.
I'm not commenting on anything.
But you do have a point, though. It is getting really cooler out here.
The entire stadium now, as far as the field, is in the shade. So sun is starting to set behind us, and so the temperature has gone down dramatically, at least from the 100 and probably 10 or 20 that it was when we started at game time.
So the Dayton Hornets have their first lead of the game, and they're kicking off. Bradley's kick is a skipper. It's picked up at the 32 by the up man. And that's Redmond on the pickup of the ball, and he crosses midfield. Another good return.
Penalty.
And another penalty after the whistle.
The ref bounced it off the helmet of one of the
Hornets. I feel like that's a penalty. Like, can we get a penalty on the refs, please?
Yeah, and we've got a little bit of they're meeting neighbors. You know, cousins are talking about cousins over there on the Hornets sideline there.
You coming to the family reunion?
That's right. Family reunion is this next weekend for the 4th of July. You're going to come over and have some chicken with us, or maybe some pot pie, or yeah.
If you guys are going to be up later from 12 to 5 a.m., we will be riding the wave with Dave on 700 WLW.
I don't know how much I'll be riding. I might be sleeping, but we will be there.
I'll be there.
The American Truckers Network.
We will physically be there.
Yeah, riding the wave with Dave on 700 WLW, the big one.
Or available on the iHeartRadio app.
That sounds like a good time. I might have to tune in.
Call in. You can be part of the show via your phone.
Call in and give us a recap of the game.
Well,
we've done that before, so
it's
you call
a bet.
In. Yeah, just
it's
call in.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. It's a bet.
Shout out to another Campus Nation announcer, Tyler Rowland, who's broadcasting a game tonight as well.
Yeah, it's the River City Bucks, and they are in Centerville, and they are playing in the PAFL against
the Crush, I believe.
Yeah, that's right, the Crush.
So that penalty, after the outstanding return by Redmond, that gets the ball out to the 21-yard line.
So that was tacked on top of the fine run back. So once again, the Comets are in striking with 28 seconds.
This is crazy. We might see another touchdown in the next 28 seconds, y'all. I can't handle this.
Holloway takes the snap. There's pressure by the Neely on the left side. He takes a hit. That ball's up for grabs.
And he got it! Oh, my God!
Touchdown!
Can we get a replay?
Whoa.
It's going on right now. Replay, y'all.
Touchdown, Dante Jackson.
This has been the most interesting, 15 seconds of sports I've seen in a while.
Well, definitely the last 2 minutes. Since the 2-minute warning, it's like a different ball game altogether. It was a defensive struggle, the first, 28 minutes of the half, and then all of a sudden, in 2 minutes' time, we've had, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, this is insane.
That was amazing.
So are we going to go for 2, or are we going to see another field goal?
I think they probably would look at attempting maybe 2.
Looks like they're going to go for 2.
What a grab.
So right now, 20-15, the Comets over the Hornets. Comets going for 2. Let's see what they can pull out of their hat here with 20.5 seconds.
Did he get it?
He was close.
He did not get it. but that still puts them up 5. They're up 20-15 here. The Kings Comets retake the lead after a very brief drive.
Well, and a 15-yard penalty didn't hurt, right?
No, it didn't.
Ain't no shame in their game.
Touchdown toss from Bryant Holloway. And they have retaken the lead 20-15 with just 20 seconds to go. And we can still see more. Definitely.
They're not sure if they want this first half to end, I guess. I mean, if the first half's this exciting, I mean, what will come next?
Wow. Check that. Camarcus Blanton on the catch. That's his second touchdown.
I can't wait to see the stats for this quarter. That's all I have to say about that.
That was amazing. Bryant Holloway is coming out here and showing that he's just not a fourth quarter performer. He can put together a complete game, and thus far, he's played 2 halves. the second half of last week and the first half of this week, and he's come out on fire. And the Dayton Hornets just keep punching, and when they get a little bit of momentum and help, the King Comets have something for them coming right back. Here's the kickoff. It's a short one.
Oh, my goodness.
And this ball is going to be fielded with great field position by the Dayton Hornets. And that's Quentin Gayton on the
question is, do we have a timeout?
On the return. You know, they probably don't have any timeout.
Yeah, so the ball will start just as soon as they place it. Time will start.
But the true question is, in the next 13 seconds of play, will we see yet another touchdown?
Amazing.
I wouldn't put it past either of these teams at this point.
Well, Robert Red has come out here to show that he has playmaker ability with his feet and his arm. And with 13 and a half seconds, like you said, Sydney, you can't count him out.
I mean, a long pass at this point could really make all the difference. They sent us the rosters, so we just do what they tell us. Sorry.
So that's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 35. Here, 13 and a half seconds left in the first half. There's a penalty.
There's a penalty, yeah.
Looks like there's been movement on the Dayton Hornets.
Do we have the rosters wrong?
No, because we were actually given the rosters
from the guys.
From the teams.
Okay.
So I don't know what they...
Sorry, there was a little confusion as to the players' names on the team. Sorry if we have said any of them backwards or pronounced them wrong, but we are provided rosters by the teams, so we just call out the names as they're listed.
Same thing with the
numbers.
Yeah.
In the numbers.
A lot of times the numbers will change before the game.
If they switch up jerseys, we don't have any...
Unless we're updated, we don't know. So
1st and 15.
Way to find that out.
Incomplete pass. Intended for 26. Christian Willingham. 2nd and 15. With 8 seconds to go, 8.8.
We got the lights on in the stadium now. That's how you know the sun's going down, y'all.
In the last game we did in this stadium, the lights were set by timer to go off at 10 o'clock. So hopefully that will not be an issue tonight, because we were sitting here for about 20 minutes with just a few minutes left in the game.
Like 3 minutes
but
left
we did finish the
clock.
game.
We waited, but the band went home.
Yeah, the band did not play. When the Titanic went down, the band did not play.
This is from the 47. 8 seconds to go. Red has a man.
He's going for the sideline.
And he gets out of bounds quickly with 2.5 left. The ball's complete.
Not really much of a pickup, so if the Comets can continue to hold the Hornets like that and make them go laterally rather than downfield.
Yeah, this will be the last play if that's the case.
I think this is going to be the last play no matter what, unless it ends on a penalty and it's the defense.
I really don't see how they could do too much in 2 seconds. But
well, it's enough to drop back and to fling it towards the end zone. Now, whether or not they've got anyone that can throw that far or anyone that can catch the ball.
Run that fast.
We'll see what Red's got it in this shotgun. This will be the last play of the half, barring any penalties. He rolls out. He's heaving it. He's got a man. He's got another guy.
Oh.
That ball's been batted down to end the first half. So 20-15.
Beautiful night for football, folks.
Kings Comets over the Dayton Hornets. End of the first half. Here on the Campus Nation, the Internet Sports Authority.
And we're going to take a quick commercial break.
I have sickle cell disease. Sometimes I can't do the activities that I love to do, and it puts obstacles in front of me, but I don't let that define who I am.
Some days she wake up with her feet hurting or her back hurting. She's not able to play softball. She's not able to play soccer because if she gets hit, it can put her into a crisis.
It's hard to live like this because I see normal kids and sometimes I can't go to school and I just want to be like them.
It's very hurtful to watch your child suffer so badly and you can't even help.
When I get a blood transfusion, it makes me feel 100% better. I am back to my normal self.
You can actually watch her life come back to her. Her color comes back, her strength come back, her ability to be able to walk, feed herself, it all comes back after just that one blood transfusion. I remember the time when Maya had to go in the hospital and the blood was not there, and it was the scariest, most frantic moment in our lives.
I was very sick, but I was mostly worried that the blood wouldn't come in time.
I just tell her, I need you to fight, because we're going to find it. And they came in finally and said, Mom, we found it. And I cried. I had to go in the restroom and cry.
That blood means a lot to me. Without the American Red Cross donors, I wouldn't be here right now.
I am so grateful for those people that roll up a sleeve, those blood donors that take the time out of their busy schedule to donate blood to the American Red Cross to give my child or any child that's receiving blood another chance at life to be able to grow up.
So just thank you very much.
And we are back. You're listening to CampusNation.com, your internet sports authority. So everyone knows Daryl Moore wears a lot of different hats. He's the head coach of the Cincinnati Dukes, commissioner of the BCFL, husband and father of 3 beautiful kids, coaches of his sons and daughters' soccer teams, but many may not know he's also the player scout for the 2018 North American League champion Carolina Cobras. This gives the players in the BCFL trying to take their talents to the next level an added advantage, as playing in front of Slash could be their in with the Cobras. The Cobras are 6-3 right now and are on a bye week. You can visit the Cobras at carcobras.com and follow them on their quest for back-to-back championships. The Cobras have a tie to the BCFL themselves, as head coach Billy Back played for the Kings Comets before he transitioned to coaching indoor football, where he has won 5 championships.
All right, so it has been a defensive struggle until about the last 2 minutes of this first half. The score is now the Comets 20 and the Hornets 15. It's been a back and forth the last 2 minutes, with each team going back and forth and scoring touchdown. And a 91-yard return for a touchdown.
That was
so we've had a lot of excitement here in these last 2 minutes. The first quarter and the first half, or the first actually 13 minutes of the second quarter, was a defensive struggle. The score was what, 8-0? So once it seemed like the Hornets got the buzzing and they actually scored some points, it rallied the Comets,
troops, per se.
And the Comets came back, and so it's been back and forth, and made it quite not only exciting but entertaining for the fans here.
You almost wonder if the Comets may have just took their foot off the gas pedal slightly, knowing that next week you've got a huge game coming up against the undefeated Chiefs. So not wanting to show too much, getting up 8-0, having some success defensively when Dayton wasn't able to really move the football for the first portions of the first quarter, midway through the second quarter. Maybe they took their foot off the gas just a little bit, just so they can get themselves ready mentally for next week's big matchup.
Now, I've not seen anything yet, but the Broncos of Butler County are playing the Chiefs tonight. The Chiefs are hosting the Broncos. The Broncos are 5-1, and the Chiefs are 5-0. The Broncos' only loss this season has been to those Chiefs.
To the Chiefs.
And so
that's gonna be a great
this
game
could be a
that's going on
payback
right now.
game. So once we get any information as far as that game and maybe what the score is or what the scoring is, and certainly if any of our fans out there are, checking maybe with some of the Chiefs fans or the Broncos fans, certainly pass that information on to us.
Text us, post it, and tag Campus Nation at the Internet Sports Authority on Facebook, and it will link directly to us, or you can message us on Facebook as well. This is definitely a family event. We have Derek Robinson's daughter in the house in the press box right now. You want to say hi?
Yeah, we'll get her on the air.
There you go.
Hi.
Hello there.
How are you?
Good.
It's good to have you with us.
You know this guy in green over here?
Yes.
Well, who is he?
You. My dad.
Your dad. Okay. So is your dad a good dad?
Yes.
Yeah. Does he take good care of you?
Yes.
Give you everything you want? Does he spoil you?
No.
No.
Wow.
See Derek's face right now, guys.
Showing out right now. That's my dupe.
Well, we're just glad that you're able to be on the air with us. We've got maybe our next announcer on Campus Nation here, live and in living color here, right here from Walnut Hills High School in Cincinnati, Ohio.
You guys are awesome.
That was a treat.
We've got first half stats. We've got 9 first downs by the Hornets, four for the Comets, 96 yards rushing for the Dayton Hornets, 54 yards of rushing for the Comets. 83 through the air for Dayton, and just 47 for the Kings Comets. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, there was 3 turnovers committed by Dayton Hornets. Despite being down 5, those 3 turnovers were significant in the timing of which they happened. Those receptions were returned for 70 yards. So 2 punts, no punts for the Dayton Hornets thus far. Just 1 fumble, and that fumble was lost and recovered by the Comets. So 15 minutes and 30 seconds of time of possession for Dayton, 13 minutes for the Comets, 20-15. Very even ball game, minus the turnovers. Dayton just wanted to just hold on, hang in there until the fourth quarter because, like I said, their defense has gotten them through games. They cannot rely on them, solely just to get the win. But they've got to continue to get some strides on the offense, make some connections with Robert Red being the new quarterback. We'll see what happens with this second half here.
Actually, of course, the Hornets will get the ball back to start this second half. But, in all reality, in essence, because of the picks by the Comets, if Dayton can shut down their turnovers, they may have a slight advantage in this game. They definitely have improved dramatically in these last 2 minutes of the first half. And what really set the game, I guess, apart was the fact that Dayton was generating no offense, and their defense, was maybe, like you say, keeping them in the game. But the Comets, actually, with those takeaways, they didn't take the opportunity with those takeaways that they should have, and they'll probably look back and they'll say, all those picks, and we didn't really generate a lot of points off of it.
Yeah, a typical shoulda, coulda, woulda type thing. And if you're not able to capitalize on those mistakes, you're fortunate to be up 5 right now. You're very fortunate to be up 5, getting 4 turnovers, and not being able to convert those into consistent scores. You're very lucky to be up 5. So if you're Kings, Comets, like I said, don't get too lazy. You've got a huge game next week, and you want to look good there. But come here, finish out the deal, get the W if you're the Comets. But if you're Dayton, you want to come out here and just continue to be solid defensively and create points when you can. With just 5 left to go here in the halftime, we're looking forward to getting that going. We got some more first half stats. So personal stats for Dayton Hornets. Robert Redd came in the game and take over the quarterback position, and he's thrown 3 passes. Actually, he's thrown 3 passes. There's no game next time? Yes, he's thrown 3 passes for 53 yards.
4th of July.
53 yards.
Just to clarify, the next game isn't until the 13th of July. Next weekend, everybody has off for the holiday.
Looking forward to that Kings Island trip next week.
And we're going to go to a quick commercial break from one of our sponsors.
That only 3 out of 100 people in the U.S. give blood? As part of the Missing Types campaign, the Red Cross and partners are removing the letters A, B, and O, the main blood types, to illustrate a world in which something we take for granted every day goes missing, and inspire people to take action.
This is Land O'Lakes, Inc. as we know it, but it'll soon become Linda Lakes, Inc. It's kind of hard to say, but here's the reason for this change.
The campaign draws attention to missing blood types on hospital shelves. They say they are taking the letters A, B, and O off of social media and websites.
Our hope is with this Missing Types campaign is to raise the awareness of people and get more people out donating.
You can help them fill the missing blood types and so help save a life.
Patients, including kids battling cancer, need all blood types available on hospital shelves each day. Without A, B, and O, we can't save anybody. Join the effort and help fill the missing types today.
All right, we're back. Walnut Hills High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. And just so that we sort of clarify some of the assumptions that we made earlier this evening, it's been brought to our attention because it is Walnut Hills. The Nut House probably refers to their gem, but obviously Walnut Nut House. And even though they are not the squirrels, they are the Eagles, the Walnut Hills Eagles. And they don't, as I said, they probably do not consume any nuts unless it's squirrels that the Eagles eat.
Well, it definitely gave us something to think about. I'll tell you that, 'cause I didn't get it, but I got it now.
Yeah, nice facility. They've got great tennis courts. They've got a beautiful, I don't know how new the facility is, but it's a nice campus. And as I was saying earlier, Cincinnati's public schools, a lot of them have been literally rebuilt, as has Dayton, Ohio schools, a lot of their public schools. There was a lot of building and a lot of bond issue passing in both the Cincinnati area and the Dayton area in the last decade, and it certainly shows with the the beautiful facility that we are playing at here and the school that accompanies it. Really a nice facility.
Functioning infrastructure, functioning.
It is functioning, and there's feng shui.
So I think that's Interstate 71 right there off, isn't it? That we're off.
That's
Interstate?
71, yeah. Indeed.
Rick Phillips is like, what are Derek and Sydney doing right now?
They're in their own little TV world.
Getting back up 71 myself here, going to the Columbus area tonight. Should be a good drive going home. A lot of construction.
Boy, that's hot. I mean, it's
been
hot.
in the car.
Literally.
It's hot in the car.
I can imagine how hot it is in the car. Both the clubs, the teams are on the field. In fact, I don't know that they actually leave the field. A lot of times the teams will go to like opposite corners or something. But anyway, the temperature is, I'm sure, a lot better now than it was at the start of this game when the temperature was probably at best 110, 120 on the field. And not much cooler than that up in the stands and in the press box. But we did get the benefit a little bit of the shade. So we are getting ready to start this second half of play.
Well, it is now cooled down to a crisp 88 here in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
But the feels like temperature is still 93. So.
Well, there's a little bit of humidity.
I can imagine on the field it's still pretty toasty.
But the remarkable thing is it's dry. No rain today.
This is true.
Yeah. Most of Southwest Ohio has been plagued for over probably 4 to 6 weeks of very little dry weather, mostly rainy
It's only
weather.
rained twice, for 28 days and then for another 28 days.
Yeah, something like that.
Looks like we're getting queued up to come back.
And once again, I want to thank our sponsors, the Red Cross, and also Eisen Family Restaurants. Eisen Family Restaurants are sponsor here with the McDonald's franchises that they have. And the Eisen Family McDonald's have been family-owned and operated since 1994. So whether you're looking for a part-time job or you're looking to start a career, the Eisen family is hiring. The Eisen Family McDonald's not only work around your schedule, they offer world-class training, high school completion courses, college tuition, gym membership, paid time off, and more. You'll want to look them up on Facebook at Eisen Fam or apply online at EisenFamilyMCD.com. Getting ready for football action on the BCFL on Campus Nation, your internet sports authority. Got a kickoff here, and they're going to be kicking off to the Kings Comets, who will be starting this second half. So they obviously, they deferred originally.
Yes. Tyrese Shaw is back deep for the Comets. Sounds familiar. He ran 91 yards right before the half. And here he is coming from the 20.
Again.
He finds the seam across the 40 to the 42, neighborhood of the 42-yard line. Return of 22.
So we got a flag on the play. Probably a hold.
Our referees have been extremely busy. That was a nice return by Shaw.
Just have to see if it's negated by a hold.
Here comes the call from the ref. He's calling offside on the kickoff team.
Declined.
Absolutely. And then we
got
got
a
a
face
personal
mask.
foul.
Also
15 yards.
Yeah.
So that's going to put him over midfield into Dayton Hornet territory.
It'll be 15 yards from the spot of the foul, which was the 39-yard line, it looked like, of the Comets.
They've invaded the Hornets' nest.
Yeah, and I think the Hornets a lot of times will refer to the hive.
So that's
I
going to
thought
bring.
that was bees.
Oh.
That's going to bring the
Are
ball over
Hornets
to the.
bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're a
Now I
bee.
sound like AOC. I'm going to stop.
We like bees.
That ball's over to the 43-yard line to start it out.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
It's Brandon Holloway on the keeper there.
If anything, he lost maybe a yard.
So a short loss by Holloway. Comes out here with 14-14 left in the second half, third quarter. Ball is handed off. And he gets
And
across
he's
the
still going.
40.
Oh, and they're
Forward
taking him
progress will take him right at about the 40-yard line.
Looks like the Comets might have been trying to play a little more up-tempo here, not giving the Dayton Hornets much time to substitute.
It was a little bit of quick play.
Quick, yeah. Looks like they're almost back to the line of scrimmage again.
This is going to be 3rd and 9. Four wide receivers set. Holloway's in the shotgun. Ball at the 43. Swings it out. He's got a receiver, makes one man miss. And he gets tackled and brought down at the 40-yard line for a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 4th and 6.
But I think we're in 4-down territory here. I don't think there's going to be any punt.
And you're right. It's going to be 4th and 7. Keep the offense out in the field. And if anything here, if you throw the ball and it's downfield, it could be a long punt if it's incomplete, or if it comes to an interception, it could be considered a long punt. So it won't be the worst thing. But we'll see what happens here. 4 wide receivers set. Holloway's dropping back the pass. He's being pressured. Steps up in the pocket, makes 2-man miss, and he's going to be brought out of bounds, short of the first down. There'll be a turnover on downs. Dayton Hornets will take over the ball on their own 40.
So good stop by the Hornets.
Absolutely. A little chitter chatter at the end of the play.
Probably, once again, just talking about maybe going to, out to eat after the game. Where are you going to go? I'm going to go here.
Eisen Family McDonald's. That's where I'm going to go.
Good answer.
But then you can tune in and hear more of your Campus Nation crew. Not cruise. We won't be cruising anywhere. Well, I guess we'll be cruising over to 700 WLW, where we'll be riding the wave with Dave Martin.
So 12:26 to go. Third quarter. Dayton Hornets take over the ball after a turnover on downs. And they'll start at their own 39-yard line. And Robert Red brings out the offense. Got a 3 wide receiver set in an I formation, and they give the ball to the up man. And his forward progress may get him to lose a yard. Nothing going on that first down carry. Tremel Hayes on the carry. We'll redo 2nd and 10. Redo the yardage here. We've got 2 halfbacks in the backfield with the quarterback. 3 wide receiver set, 2 at the top, lone receiver at the bottom. That lone receiver he's looking for is thrown into double coverage.
Didn't connect with anybody.
He was looking for Christian Willingham on the catch. Broken up by Roosevelt Collins. So I like the efforts of Robert Red trying to get downfield and get some yards in chunks. But he was not able to connect on second down. We'll look to see what they do on 3rd and 10. Still at their 39. Red and the Hornets break the huddle. 4 wide receiver set. Halfback to the right of the quarterback, Red. From the 39. Red takes the snap, looks to step up, and does, and gets tackled, sacked. Short loss on the play. Looks like 28 in there on the tackle, Edward Hahn. He'll get credit for that TFL. And this brings out the punting unit for the Dayton Hornets. Back to receive the punt is Tevin Redmond. And that ball is going to land right at the 25, picked up by Redmond. And he brings it over across the 30, close to the 35. Where the King Comets will take over the ball with 9:45 here to go on the Campus Nation, your Internet Sports Authority. And we'll look to see what the Kings Comets come out here in the second half. Try to get something going here to add to their lead. This will be their second possession of the second half. This drive will get started on their own 33-yard line. Quarterback Brian Holloway comes out with 4 wide receivers in his set with a halfback to his right. He fakes the handoff, and he's looking deep. He's looking for the hot receiver of the day.
Got it.
Once
Connection
again,
right there.
He's down at the 30-yard line.
Smooth
And
like
that's
butter.
our man, Camarcus Blanton, on the catch. That's a catch of 47 yards. And this young man has got the hand right now. His quarterback is looking for him to beat his man, and that's exactly what he's beating him with height. He's got a huge, considerable height advantage over his defender. And that time, Holloway just lofted up there for him to go out and grab for a huge gain of 47.
All right, the Hornets take a timeout. This is CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. We're going to take a little break here. We will be back, so stay tuned. 20-15, the Comets over the Hornets.
We smuggled in a Big Mac.
Oh, oh, you're dangerous. But not as dangerous as
My Big Mac. My Big Mac smuggled in bacon.
What? Big Mac's got bacon.
It's not a Big Mac.
It's not. It's not. Well, I believe it is.
Well, I believe it isn't.
Bacon.
Hey. Is that a Big Mac?
Yes. Is a Big Mac with bacon still a Big Mac?
And we are back. CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, bringing you BCFL semi-professional football coverage.
And please connect Campus Nation on Facebook. I have. Why haven't you? First and 10 on the 31. Blanton is looking left. He's got a man in the end zone. That ball is broken up.
That was great defense.
That was an absolute fantastic play.
He had that ball. He was looking it right into his hands, and he got the chop by the Hornet defender.
The Hornet defender, like he was running, like he was the receiver of the pass. That was outstanding coverage by the Dayton Hornets. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 after a defensive play by True Blue Tatum. Darius Ridgeway, excuse me. Top of your screen in green. That's 39 on that fantastic knockaway. So this will be 2nd and 10 from the 31. Once again, there's pressure on the left-hand side of the field. And that ball was thrown. Hasn't really been signaled yet whether it's been a catch or not. And it has been considered a catch. They'll call it a good catch. Gain of about 8. Down to the 23-yard line. Kings Comets are moving the ball. Led by quarterback Brian Holloway. It's 3rd and 2. Holloway's going to keep the ball this time. Gets across the 20, gets across the 10, 5, touchdown.
And there's a touchdown, y'all.
No flags, 23-yard scamper. Brian Holloway, not afraid to do it with his legs. And he gets it in there, and he takes the Kings Comets to new heights. 26-15 lead over the Dayton Hornets.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Definitely not too high. Brian Holloway with the scamper, 23-yard touchdown run. He had 2 last week. And the comeback win over the Cincinnati
Looks
Dukes.
like they'll be going for 2 again.
They'll go for 2. Put themselves up 13, perhaps. It's been an offensive explosion.
First, we had heavy, heavy defense on both sides. Now we have heavy, heavy offense on both sides. It's crazy.
2-point try. Brian Holloway and company. He's looking for a man. Throws the ball in the back of the end zone. Unsuccessful 2-point conversion. But it's still 26-15. Kings Comets have a comfortable lead of 11 over the Dayton Hornets. 7:22 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Still anyone's game at this point.
That's right.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks. And we are back. You are listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, bringing you BCFL semi-pro football coverage live from Walnut Hills High School and the Marks Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have the Dayton Hornets against the Kings Comets.
Kings Comets will be kicking off here after a touchdown run to put them up 11. And that ball's going to be picked up around the 12-yard line. And that's exactly where they've just may mark the ball. Forward progress may have brought them over to the 15. That's Willie James on the return. So Dayton takes possession on the 35-yard line. Nope, they'll be at the, I'm reading the scoreboard. They'll be at the 18. So Dayton looking to put something together. They had the lead briefly at the end of the second quarter, just for about 30 seconds, maybe less than that.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Before the kickoff return, it put the Kings Comets back into the lead. And we'll see here what Dayton can cook up, as that run's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. It's actually going to lose some yardage there.
They don't call it the nut house for nothing. Was there a flag thrown?
I do not see. Yeah, there's a hanky on the opposite side of the field.
Looks like the coach is out on the field a little bit.
Looks like they may be discussing whether or not Dayton wants to do with the penalty.
To pick it up, or do they call it?
Here comes the call now. Well, he's going to go talk to the Kings Comets coach. 6:33 here at Walnut Hills High School. The Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Kings Comets are sporting an 11-point lead right now over the Dayton Hornets.
It's the third quarter of play.
With the win tonight, the Kings Comets can get back to 500. Anticipating a huge matchup next week. Maybe not too far from here, maybe here. Next week's game against the Cincinnati Chiefs, who are undefeated.
Just to clarify, it's not actually next week. It's
week
after.
The week after next.
Next week
no
is a
one's,
bye week for
no one's going to
everyone
play
due
next
to the
week.
holiday.
Because of the holiday, right?
That's right.
But the next week of play, we'll just put it that way.
Or their next game.
Yeah. So
6:30 to go. So that was a penalty that gave them yards. So they're going to get yardage on that. 1st and 10 from the 29. And the up man gets the call once again, but this call is going to be play's going to be called dead. So this will not count.
I couldn't even tell what was going on there.
I suspect some early movement. Well, the call is on the offense.
5 yards. It's a dead ball foul.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 yards back. Putting the ball at the 24-yard line. And they'll come back with an I formation. Give the ball to the up man. Once again, he gets across the 30, close to the 35-yard line. He picks up 9. He'll pick up 10 on the carry. Robert Red has the offense out there. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, 2 halfbacks in the backfield with Red. Lone receiver at the top. And this ball is given. Inside handoff. Across the 35. Short game. David Fleetwood gets the carry. This will bring up a 3rd down. Ball's just over the 35 at the 36-yard line. And Robert Red comes out with a similar formation as in 2nd down. He drops back the pass. Lots of pressure. He steps up in the pocket and he throws it downfield. The ball was incomplete.
Going to be 4th down.
So here we are with 4th down and 3 after that incomplete pass by Red. And the punting unit has been brought out. Snap is back.
Effective punt.
Yes. Ball was picked up at the 25-yard line. Spin move at the 40. Brought over to the 40. Across the 40 to the 42. Took a gain of 22 on the carry. There's a man down. He gets up with a little help from his buddies.
We all get by with a little help from our friends.
Yeah, probably, once again, cramping.
They're holding him, carrying him. Mercy.
We hope you're okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a cramp.
That's what teammates are for.
Mm-hmm.
Kings Comets start the drive out.
He acts like it's a cramp, too.
At the 42-yard line. So after a punt of 32, they'll start here on 1st and 10 with an 11-point lead with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. This ball is handed off up the middle.
Didn't fool anyone, did they?
Not at anyone. That ball was stopped by a gang of green.
Is that gangrene?
That's
Is that what you're
gangrene.
saying?
I hear that's pretty deadly, so watch out, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's getting past our bedtimes.
Oh, no.
It's loopy hour.
12
We're in the nut
to
house,
5
y'all.
a.m.? I don't think so. We got a long way to go before we're past our bedtime.
2nd and 9 from the 43-yard line.
Then I guess we're just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Holloway looks back to pass, and he finds a man, crosses midfield, over to about the 44-yard line.
Gets the 1st down. So what we were speaking about is after the game tonight, we're going to be on WLW 700, the big one. You can call in their 800 number, or they have a local number. But call in if you want to talk about tonight's game, if you want to talk about politics, you want to talk about technology, you just got something that you want to get off your mind, go ahead and call us. Riding the Wave with Dave on the American Truckers Network tonight on 700 WLW.
Back to live action.
Got a flag.
Yes, we do.
And, of course, as they do, the team is always pointing at each other. He did it. No, he did it.
Like me and my cousins did when I was a kid.
2:31 remaining in this 3rd quarter of play. Campus Nation's BCFL football.
We got the Dayton Hornets taking on the Kings Comets at Walnut Hills High School.
20,
in Cincinnati,
26
Ohio.
to 15 right now. The Comets sort of in the driver's seat, leading by now 11 points.
This is your 3rd quarter of play. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock.
First and 10 from the Dayton 40, or excuse me, from the Dayton 38. 1st and 5. Holloway back to pass. Good protection. Got a man downfield.
Oh, goodness. That was almost picked off.
And that ball is incomplete. I thought maybe we might have a little bit of interference there on the defender. May have gotten there a little early. But that ball falls incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 5. Taking a shot on 1st and 5. Why not? Have nothing to lose there.
Sort of to give you a rundown here, the current playoff standings and the outlook. The Cincinnati Chiefs are 5-0. They're in the driver's seat at number 1. The Butler County Broncos, number 2, they're 5-1. Of course, the Chiefs and the Broncos are playing each other tonight. In the third position, Marion County, the Crusaders are 4-1. In the fourth position, Columbus Gladiators 3-3. Southern Ohio Blaze at 3-2. Kings Comets at 2-3. Dayton's Hornets at 2-4. And the Dukes at 1-5. And of course, we'll start. I think we start with what? I think 8 teams, then down to 4 teams. Then no, we start with 4 teams. I think 4 teams will make the playoffs.
4-2-1.
Right. And then we have also at the end of the season the All-Star game.
Of course.
Okay.
Pro Bowl, so to speak, but we won't call it that because we get sued.
This league has some true All-Stars in its league. You better believe that. That'll be a fun game to watch. 2nd and 10. From the 43, Holloway's back to pass. And he does escape a couple of defenders.
Still running.
And he's still running. He made something out of nothing.
He took lemons and made grapefruit juice.
Mm-hmm.
He picks up 4.
Don't think that's what he was intending to do there, but
no, I think this was
at least
just
he didn't
sort of
lose any yards.
That's right.
So
we got seconds remaining in the third quarter. More than likely, they'll just let this clock run out. I don't think they're going to try to do anything.
That was a very fast third quarter. Extremely fast.
Clock is still running. We're down to 40 seconds.
Guess they figure they're going to have to at least get one more play off here.
And who knows, it might result in a touchdown. We've seen crazier things happen.
Especially with time running out, huh?
So 3rd and 3. Holloway's looking to pass. And that ball is incomplete, and there's the flag.
14.9 seconds. So if that's interference.
Does that put the ball on the 1?
That puts the ball down right there at the goal line.
I'm telling you, folks, anything can happen.
Really, it's sort of a moot point because obviously we still have another quarter to play. So they've got 4 shots to get this in the end zone, even if time runs out here in the third quarter. We'll just simply switch sides.
If you aren't already, follow us on Facebook, Campus Nation.
Well, the ball is coming back.
And that ball is being brought back to the original line of scrimmage. About 36.
So the clock will start, the time will run out. We'll go into the fourth quarter here, 26-15. Yeah, they're just going to let it run down. Yeah. Kings Comets over your Dayton Hornets.
Now we are entering the fourth quarter. The Comets are up 26-15 of the Hornets. Here at Walnut Hills in Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll be back. You're listening to Campus Nation, your internet sports authority, with the score 26-15, Comets over the Dayton Hornets.
We could tell a humble origin story and discover conveniently placed sacks of coffee. We could show a selection of models holding cups up to their faces. We could use slower shots of Arabica beans. We could see a trendy artisan taking coffee way too seriously. We could use an abstract dance routine to romance our milk. Abstract. We could create an epic blockbuster and crowbar our product into it. We could do all that.
But we don't. What we do is use freshly ground Arabica beans and organic milk. McCafe. Great tasting coffee. Simple.
And we're back.
We're back here on Campus Nation, your internet sports authority. 26-15 lead. Kings Comets have the ball. And there's a pass. Didn't quite make it to the defender.
But it was good that he got it away.
Absolutely, because it could have been a lot worse than what it was. So that brings a 4th down and 3.
Looks like more than 3 there. What do we got?
It's a 4th down.
Yep, okay, so what are we doing? Repositioning the sticks.
Well, looks like Dayton has taken possession of the football.
Right. So it's
changed. So that was 4th down.
So now 1st and 10 from the approximately 35.5-yard line, but we're going to have a officials timeout here. Did I say Columbus? So the Comets take a timeout.
I was going to say Columbus. I don't know if there's a team from Columbus here right now.
That's what it sounded like. He said. I thought it was going to be.
If so, then that's news to me. Probably weirder things have happened.
Stranger things.
Well, we do have a Columbus team in the league.
Just not at this game.
Right. And if anyone in the audience that is listening to the network, if they have any information with regard to that Cincinnati game, we would like to hear from you.
All right, so it looks like we've gotten that together. We're 36-yard line. And this is the 1st down. Robert Red hands the ball off up the middle. Close to the 40-yard line. Gain of 3. Red here, they're going to go quickly. He's dropping back the pass. He's throwing in the double coverage. That ball was broken up. Roosevelt Collins on the breakup. Here with 14-13 to go. This is now 3rd and 7. From the Hornet 39. Robert Red is in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set. Running back to the right hip of him. Comets showing plenty of pressure. They dump it off to the back. He gets across the 40 before being taken down. And that's Tremel Hayes with the catch and run. So that short pass was good for about 4. This is now 4th down and 3. And Robert Red wants to get the offense to get the 1st down, move the chains. They're down 11 with 12:53 left here in the 4th quarter. The ball is snapped. Red's looking. He doesn't find anything. He gets sacked. Down at the 38-yard line. And that sack is by Jonathan Dobbins. And that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Kings Comets will take over the ball. We've got stats here thus far. Total offense, 184 yards of offense for the Hornets, 194 total offense for the Comets. Got time of possession, 22 minutes and 13 seconds for the Comets, with 21:37 of time of possession for the Hornets. No turnovers here in the second half. We had 4 in the first half. So it's been a pretty of a clean game on the turnover side. The Kings Comets take over the ball on the Hornet 38. Looking to go up and add to their lead, which is 11 right now with 12:26 to go. And this ball is going to be handed off. Short to no gain. Holloway's having a great game. He's thrown 2 touchdowns to Camarcus Blanton of 22 yards and 16 yards. Holloway had a touchdown run in the third quarter for 23 yards. God bless you.
Sorry, y'all. I don't have a sneeze button.
And he's just having his way here with the offense. Leading the way. That ball is incomplete.
It almost seemed kind of like a throwaway ball to me.
It's kind of how they do in baseball when they like pitch out a little bit.
Right.
You know, I just love baseball. I'm not predicting any rain delays for the Reds tonight, so I think we're good.
I don't know. Are the Reds in town tonight?
You're asking me.
I'm an Indians guy, so I don't really know.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but it's not raining, so I call BS if there's a rain delay.
Well, they could be somewhere else
They're
where there's
just
a rain
trying
delay.
to torture me, obviously.
Third and 11 from the Hornet 39. There's a low snap.
Kind of rolled to him.
It's gathered by Holloway. He's trying to escape, get out of a sack, but he cannot get out of the arms of number 36. That's Lester Robinson one more time.
Stuck in a sack, and I can't get out of it.
I knew you'd come through for me tonight with an A and B selection. Gotta love it. Dayton defense holds, forcing a 4th down, get their offense back the ball. 10.5 to go in the 4th.
The Comets are still up by 11 points, but there's still 10 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. So
Yeah, plenty of time, especially the last 2 minutes of that first half.
I feel like all the scoring happened within,
all you need
5 minutes of playtime, and so
all you need is 60 seconds in this game to get some points. That ball's punted from the 49. Gathered.
Oh my gosh.
And he falls back on it, gets back on it at the 15 after it was mishandled. Fortunately, he was able to jump back on that ball and retain possession.
So the Cubs beat the Reds 6-0 today in a final score. They were playing here in Cincinnati.
Over.
Yeah, they were playing in Cincinnati. So we don't have to worry about any West Coast, where we get started at 3 o'clock in the morning because the game is in extra innings or anything like that.
That's the worst.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about any traffic either from the game going home.
That's true. That's
awesome.
another point.
Because none of your Campus Nation crew lives in Cincinnati currently, so.
No, none of them in this booth.
So.
Although we won't be going all the way back to Wilmington tonight, so we'll be stopping at WLW.
Well, then going back to Wilmington at like 4 a.m.
So Robert Red brings the offense back out here. 1st and 10 from their own 15. And he hits a receiver, gets across the 15 before progress is going to bring him right back to it. So if they give him one, he'll be lucky. Nice stop by the Comet defense, who's been shown that they can make plays throughout the entire game. Haven't had a chance to really make those big plays like they did in the first half, but they're still sound. And most importantly, they still have the lead. 9 minutes to go in the fourth. Ball's on the 17. Red looks back to pass once again, but he's sacked one more time.
I think that the Comets now kind of get the impression that Red is going to be passing most of the time because, you know, they're in an 11-point hole, so they can just sort of put their ears back and charge.
Yeah.
Which is what they're doing.
They're feasting off of that situation. Jonathan Dobbins and company.
So it's a 3rd and 15, 8:21 remaining in this ball game. 26-15, Comets over the Hornets.
Red's in the shotgun with his 4 receivers, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. He's got his tail back to his right. He gets the snap, looking to pass. And he goes to the left sideline. He had a man, had a step.
Yep.
Wasn't able to hook up on that third down throw and catch.
So this will result in a punt.
Yeah, no punt from their own end zone here.
Watch the rush, watch the attempted probably safety for the Comets team.
Back deep for the Comets. It's Dante Jackson, standing at his own 50. That's a nice punt out of their own end zone. About a 35-yard punt. 12-yard return.
And we have a 30-second commercial.
McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
Can I have a they never feed you at those things meal, please? I'm starving. Please be candy. Please be candy. Earrings. Darn it.
So you said 5 cheeseburgers and 5 McChicken for $1 each?
Yes, exactly. Thanks. I'm back. Okay, what did I miss?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, figures.
Thanks. Build whatever meal you want with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
And we're back with Campus Nation, your internet sports authority.
Back here live, 7:31 left in the fourth quarter. Kings Comets looking to add to the lead of 11. It's 26-15. Brian Hollowan. Holloway mishandled the snap. Fortunately gets it back to about the 35-yard line. So with 6:53 left, the clock is on their side, and they're not looking to move quickly at all. So you can just give the ball to your backs, keep the chains moving, and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 11, shotgun. They're going to put this ball in the air.
No.
And he's going to take a sack.
Looks like a little slow getting up
Dayton Hornets with the sack. Looks like big number 95, Jason Garrett, not to be mixed up with the Cowboys, former quarterback,
How
head
about
coach
them
now.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
You know, with the NFL being shut down and college not doing anything, this semi-pro football is where it's at.
It is, definitely.
If you love summer and you love football, this is it.
This ball will be kept on the ground wisely. The 3rd and 18 being the down and distance.
Oh, and he's going.
And this ball has been ran up to about the 15-yard line.
He got the down or no?
No. It's still short, but, you know, I'd go for it.
Short, but that was a very nice gain.
Clock will continue to run. 5:24, 23.
Marcus Commodore on the run there.
He's on the run. I just need to stop.
Keep it up.
Rick Phillips doesn't take me to enough karaoke nights.
That's right.
This is 4th down. 3 yards to go.
He's going to pass.
He's looking to pass. He's going to heave
That's
this
like
out
a
of
Hail
bounds.
Mary ball right there is what that looked like.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, so that'll be a turnover on downs. Dayton will get the ball back once again. Here, 4:46 left. If they can just muster up some points on this drive, the game can get really interesting, as it did towards the end of the first half.
I feel like when the pressure's on, they deliver. So we'll see what happens. The clock keeps winding down.
This ball will start at the 26-yard line of the Dayton Hornets. Robert Red in the offense. In the shotgun formation. Giving directions to the running back. And there's pressure off that left side. Red gets rid of it.
Nice catch.
And connects with his receiver over across the 40. Over to the 42. Gain of 14 on the play. As the clock continues to move. 4.5 left.
Dayton in a hurry up here.
Ball on the 42. Red the pass. Looking up top. That ball is incomplete.
That would have been an intense interception right there.
Yeah, it should have been, had it been caught.
Just a bit outside.
That brings up 2nd down. Incomplete pass will stop the clock. Red gets the offense out of the huddle. Fleetwood is his halfback. 4 wide receiver sets, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. The ball is snapped. And the ball is thrown to the left sideline. Incomplete. That stops the clock immediately at 4:15. That brings up 3rd down and 10. And this is definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah, well, I would say this is, barring some unforeseen incident here, this is probably their last possession. I would imagine if I'm the Comets, I'm going to keep the ball on the ground. I'm going to try to run the ball
I
up.
don't know, darling. Last half, we saw the change of possession like 3 times, I think, in this amount of time. So I guess anything can happen.
3rd and 10, shotgun. 4 wide receiver set. Red rolls left. And he has a man, but he overthrew him.
Off.
And that ball is intercepted for the first time in the second half.
Ooh, getting a little rough
Ball's
down
been picked
there.
off.
I see some fireworks.
Haha, yay. I thought they were illegal.
No, they're not illegal, especially if they're permitted. You know, if there's a permit to shoot them off professionally.
Oh, professional fireworks.
Right.
You can't do them yourself.
You're supposed
I was
to buy.
Like, wait,
you're
isn't
in
that like
Ohio,
a
you buy them here,
weird
and you're
thing?
supposed to sign a waiver saying you're leaving the state to shoot them off. So
Which is so odd.
Well, it is odd. But
I guess, but that's why you have people in Florida like blowing off their foot with bottle rockets.
That's right. Well, they do that here too, but they're not supposed to be.
Please be safe out there, everyone.
Right. Yeah. We caution
have
everyone.
a fun 4th of July,
Safe
but
4th
a
of July.
safe 4th of July, please,
Right.
for the sake of everyone.
See if we can catch those fireworks over the top of the
well,
building
let's not
there.
miss the game for the fireworks.
Yeah.
We'll see plenty next week.
Kings Comets take over on the 37 after the interception by Roosevelt Collins. This ball will be stopped dead. And this will be a false start on the offense, marching back 5 yards. So with just a little under 4 minutes to go, under 4 minutes to go rather. The score is 26-15. Kings Comets are going to move to 500 at 3-3. Over the next 3 minutes and 56 seconds, Dayton may fall to 2-5.
So Kings probably they have as good a possibility of anybody in being in the playoffs still. They've not hurt their playoff chances here.
And this was definitely still what I would consider a close game.
Yeah, with 3:38
It wasn't
left.
a blowout
Illegal
whatsoever.
substitution
On the offense?
on the offense.
That's the second penalty. Or is that the same one?
So now we've got a discussion between the officials.
They could be discussing anything right now.
That's right.
They're going to
Are you
which
gonna-
Ison family
Are you-
McDonald's they're going to meet at
Are you
after the
tuning?
game.
Are you tuning in to ATN tonight to Ride Away with Dave? Going to
Are you
listen
going to
to
call in?
Rick and Sydney. Call in, talk about the we'll see if we can get you to call in from wherever you are on the road.
We could tease the listeners now. I'm calling.
That's right. Call in and update us on tonight's game. Give us a recap.
Absolutely. That'll be fun.
We talk all things sports, technology, politics. We do it all for the love of the truckers.
So here we are. The offense is going to get a 1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. That backs them up to their own 32. 3:37 here to go in the 4th quarter. Ball's handed off. Looks like Bo Sparrow gets the call. And he brings the ball out past close to the 30-yard line.
It's an intense sack right there. Sacks on sacks on sacks.
Looks like we got a timeout. So a timeout with 3:25 remaining in this game. Should we take a break?
Sure.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority.
Okay, hold on just a second. The whole thing closed on me, so
It'll come back.
not sure if they're still listening or not.
All right. Now you can cue it up.
Actually, I think the timeout's over.
Yeah, we're not going to leave. We'll just keep it right
We're
here.
still here, guys. Having a little technical difficulties. Oh, my graphics fell off.
So it still feels like we're in the 90s. But
although it's only about 80.
Yeah, now those WLW studios, believe me, they are cold.
Oh, it's cold in there all the time. It's 84 out now here in Cincinnati.
It's probably 60 at the studio.
All right, so we're back here, live action. Just 3:25 left here to go. 26-15 lead by the Comets.
How much going to pass?
And he's throwing the football. The ball was knocked away at the last second by a Dayton defender.
And he's up in the face of the...
letting him know all about it.
Yeah, he swats him back and says, look, just get out of my face.
Now that was True Blue Tatum. True Blue's got one of the cooler names here in the BCFL. True Blue. Great play. Break up that pass. So they're throwing the football.
Yeah, they are not stopping.
No.
First, the result is a 3rd and 18, which means they may have to give this ball back to the Hornets. More likely they will. And we've come up with a new name for the Hornets as far as the gangrene, right?
Please don't change your name to that.
No. But if they're the Hive, they can be the gangrene, right?
Absolutely.
Does gangrene give you the hives?
Well, I don't think so.
You know, I had to make some kind of stupid remark.
Got a stoppage of play here. I'm not sure who called the timeout. Well,
I don't know, but we're going to commercial for real this time,
Let's
guys.
do this for real.
Here we go.
Without the letters A, B, and O, there's no mom. No dad. There's no Brittany. Because A's, B's, and O's determine your blood type. And we're missing all of them. That's why the American Red Cross needs people like you to help fill the gaps. Schedule your donation at redcrossblood.org.
And we are back with campusnation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, broadcasting your Dayton Hornets versus King Comets game live at Walnut Hills High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is the 4th quarter with 3:16 left on the clock. The Comets are up 26-15.
Each team with a timeout remaining.
Yep, one timeout apiece. Comets just used one.
We got a 3rd and 18. See what they've got that they will pull out of their repertoire here.
So Holloman is back in the shotgun. They threw the ball last on 2nd and 18. And they'll look to get some kind of yardage on this one, whether that be through the air or the feet of Holloman. And this one is going to be through the air. And that's going to get across the 45.
Very close to a first down. I think they'd have to go for it.
Close. Gain of 16.
I think they might have to move the chains on that one.
We got about a yard to go.
Gain of 16. 17 they're going to give them. This is going to be 4th and 1. And they'll try to seal this W. If they can convert here, they'll have a good chance of doing that. So they're going to break the huddle.
Actually, a pretty gutsy call going for it simply because, you don't want to turn the ball back over to the Hornets here on your side of the field with just an 11-point lead.
Yeah, they're very aggressive approach. It paid off. Well, we'll see if it paid off for True. And it did, because he's going to get that first down and much more. Crosses the 50.
And we got the 2-minute warning here.
That's the 2-minute warning.
So that's when all heck breaks loose and we have like 4 scores in the next 2 minutes, right?
Basically.
So we've got this timeout. We've got one more that Dayton can use. And this game may be a wrap. So there'll be no games next week for the BCFL. Everyone will have the week off. And the games will get back started on the week after.
We love our semi-pro football action, but I think sometimes a little time off to recoup and regenerate and enjoy your families, and time off work is just what you need to get back in the swing of things. So.
Yeah, letting the body heal is not a bad thing. These players go through all the ups and downs of the season, so any time off that they can get, I'm sure they appreciate it. Walnut Hills High School facility is remarkable. Nice track out here. And the lights are still on. That's awesome.
That's right. The lights are on.
It's 10 o'clock. It's awesome.
Do you believe in magic?
Another pass.
And that pass is complete.
Wasn't he down already?
And 11, if he was down, he said, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
I'm so confused as to what that was.
Well, until the whistle blows, you're not down.
That's Kirby Young on the catch. He refused to be called down.
So there's
or
your
pulled
timeout
down.
by the Hornets.
He's like, I'll show you.
That's a timeout by the Dayton Hornets. And they're going to use that last one.
Just a reminder, you are listening to CampusNation.com, your internet sports authority. Play-by-play by Derek Robinson, color by Rick Phillips, and your graphics and commercials and random commentary from Sydney Alexis.
Yes, it can be very random.
I love it. This is awesome. So after a timeout by Dayton Hornets, their last one. Well, it looks like they're calling it the Comets time. No, I'm right. Dayton called their last timeout. 1:46 left here to go in this contest. And this here will be the end of it for the Dayton Hornets. This play here is going to be a pass. It's going to be an incomplete pass. So that stops the clock. And I don't understand why there's passing the ball. Because this game could be all but over. But this is going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 from the 45-yard line of the Hornets. So with just 1 minute and 42 seconds left, we'll see what Holloway and company come out here with this formation. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 2 at the top, running back to the right hip of Holloway. The snap is back. 3rd and 9. He's looking for receiver on the top.
Will he connect?
And
and it's intercepted.
did not connect with the receiver.
Nice.
But he did connect with the defender of the Dayton Hornets. Interception. 1 minute and 34 seconds to go.
So that's the first pick for the
Anything
Hornets.
can happen, y'all.
First pick for the Hornets here, so that was good.
And that was Dayton's first interception of the night. They've had turnover on downs. That does go down in the books as a turnover. But with just 1:34 left and down 11, you got to get moving.
I'm not sure if it'll be enough for them to make.
You'd have to score quick. You'd have to have an onside kick. You'd have to recover it,
to
and
win
you'd
the
have to
game,
score
but
again.
they could, even it up a little more. I think that's highly possible.
That's one thing we do know, that there is time for that to happen.
We've seen it happen earlier in this game.
It's more than enough time for them to get those points.
So the Comets take the last timeout, so there are no timeouts remaining for either team now. 1:34 remaining, but the Hornets have one last gasp. We'll see what they do here when we come back.
McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
Can I have a they never feed you at those things meal, please? I'm starving. Please be candy. Please be candy earrings. Darn it.
So you said 5 cheeseburgers and 5 McChicken for $1 each?
Yes, exactly. Thanks. I'm back. Okay, what did I miss?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, figures.
Thanks.
Build whatever meal you want with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
Here we are, 1 minute and 34 seconds left. Robert Red's pass is incomplete. That stops the clock at 1:29. That was first down. This brings up a second down. And like we just said, 1:29 left to go. There's time for that to happen, for the score and the comeback, but it just may be a little too late, especially with the way that the Dayton offense has sputtered here in the second half as opposed to the first half.
Do y'all like read the thesaurus? Like, where do you guys get these words from? Thuttered?
Well, these are football terms.
Oh, I'm like, where are y'all coming up with this stuff from? I think earlier you said like Chattahoochee or something. I'm
No,
like
we did not say.
tiddlywinking.
No Chattahoochee. Now, you just made that up, Sydney. We did not say Chattahoochee.
Never knew how much that money water meant to me. You didn't think I knew that, did you?
Oh, my God.
I do know that song. Oh, man. 2nd and 10.
We are still in the nut house, y'all.
Padded walls and all. 26-15. 11-point lead for the Kings Comets. This drive is starting at the 12-yard line.
Third and 10.
So we'll have to go to complete 78 really fast. Robert Red's the quarterback. 4 wide receiver set, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Shotgun. He's looking right, and he spins out. And he makes a difficult throw.
Hit him in
against
the
his
hands.
body, and he wasn't able to connect with the receiver who was wide open.
He just dropped the ball.
That was a hootenanny and a half.
Deion Smith like to have that one back.
So it's a 4th and 10. You punt, you try it.
I mean, I feel like you have nothing to lose at this point.
Well,
so
no,
you
don't.
might as well try it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You want to get the first
I guess
down.
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, with the time remaining, it's the Comets cannot, if they get the ball over on downs, they can try to keep it on the ground and not score again, but it's almost impossible not to score with a minute, still a minute of running. Now, if you pass for it, it'd be a little different, but.
Well, let's see what they got cooking. 1:13 left. Red received the low snap. He's looking to pass. He's got a man, and he's over.
He's got it. He's got it.
He tried to get over to the 30, to the 25, but he didn't need to get over that. He got the first down.
He got the first down.
The clock is moving.
And so are those ropes.
50.
I guess y'all call them
chains. Yeah.
So let me just get the terminology right before I get some haberdashery thrown at me.
It's going to be a while before Sydney gets to the color analysis or the play-by-play announcing in football, right?
This is why I run the graphics.
Got a flag.
That's red on the scamper. And that is coming back.
Another
There's
flag.
a flag right there for a late hit.
I do like shrimp scampi.
Yeah. No, it's not scamper. It's scamper, not shrimp. Scampi.
Shrimp.
All right. So what do we have? Offsetting penalties?
Yeah, it was a late hit by the Kings Comet defender.
And there's a lot of conversation going on, or conversating, as we say there, at the 40-yard line.
There's 26.9 seconds left, everybody.
Yeah, not really enough time to get into a big brawl, so let's just in this game.
Comets up 26-15 over the Hornets here at Walnut Hills High School, Mark Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Again, you're listening to CampusNation.com, your internet sports authority. Play-by-play provided by Derek Robinson. Color analysis by Rick Phillips. And graphics and random commentary by yours truly, Sydney Alexis.
This is a fantastic game tonight. It was not, we were not disappointed.
No, it really was a very good game, very competitive game. I want to remind everybody to keep an eye out on the Campus Nation website for upcoming broadcasts that we'll be doing. We'll let you know just as soon as we know where we'll be.
Big things coming.
Can be anywhere, yeah. So it's 26.9 seconds, and there's still discussion on the field. But there is a 1st and 10. The Hornets should have the ball. We got some hand slapping going on and all that.
Well, they got to make sure things are right.
Are they going to close this out, or?
No, I think they were just getting a little.
Just in their feelings?
Yeah, they were just a little early celebration, I guess.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
Still quite a few people here.
Well, the weather is a lot better now.
Oh, yeah.
100%. It's like 80 degrees outside, no humidity.
It's like, I'll come to the
Earlier,
game, but I'm
it
not
was
coming
like 120 degrees.
I won't be there until 9:30.
But remarkably, a lot of these fans still here.
And a lot of them have been here since the start. So, I mean, not just the team coming out, the families, the friends.
The sticks are moving back. Still a 1st and 10, but it'll be from... and we still have a stoppage of play.
I feel like this is the longest stoppage of play I've ever seen with no timeout
Yeah.
called.
So 37-yard line is where they looks like they're starting. Clock ticking down. This is the last play. Not even a lateral.
And that was even an aggressive takedown. Almost surprised they didn't get a flag.
So as the time clock winds down,
they're trying.
They're going to try one more.
I don't think that's
not going to work. Well, ends in the penalty. Depending on what the penalty is called, this might be the last play.
I think that's it, guys. Yeah, it's over. Pretty sure.
Yeah, the offense was definitely not set for that play. But the refs calling
like
defensive.
So it can't end on a defensive penalty. The game cannot end. So there will be one more play as long as there's not, again, a defensive penalty.
Absolutely.
These are NFL rules.
So this will be an untimed down.
That's right, yeah. It'll just be one free play with maybe some laterals. Who knows what they're going to try.
Might as well try anything. The game's technically kind of over.
Well, they
in a sense, it's already
they
over.
practice these lateral plays where, you know, if you're about ready to be tackled, you lateral it back to a guy behind you. And, you know, so we'll see if that's exactly what we see. With no time on the clock, this will definitely be the last play, barring a defensive penalty.
Yeah, Reds looking to heave the ball. And this is going to be batted down.
Oh.
That is the game.
That could have been a touchdown right there. That would have been crazy. But anyway, that's the game, y'all.
All right, stick around. We'll try to get you the remaining statistics here. And I'm going to go down and see if I can pack up some of the gear.
All right, Derek, give us a little update.
So 26-15, the Kings Comets move to 500. And the Dayton Hornets fall to 2-5 on the season. Dayton Hornets will, they'll gain some momentum from the effort that they put forth today. They were able to get in the end zone offensively, and with the quarterback change of Robert Redd, they were able to, look very, very decent on offense versus what they looked like in the first half. So the Kings Comets will now continue on next week, looking for next week's matchup against the Cincinnati Chiefs, who are undefeated. And we'll be looking forward to having more of these BCFL games here on the Campus Nation. Everyone will have the week off next week for the holiday. We're not quite sure what's going to happen for the location of the following game, but be looking out for updates on Facebook from the Campus Nation.
Check out campusnation.com if you haven't already. Follow us on Facebook at the Internet Sports Authority. We are also going to be making a Instagram soon, so even more Campus Nation to love, to follow, to enjoy. You got to listen to Play-by-Play by Derek Robinson, color by Rick Phillips, and graphics by Sydney Alexis. Have a very fun and safe 4th of July week off. Enjoy yourselves.
Sydney.
Enjoy your families. And we'll catch you next time on campusnation.com.
Take care.